Is everybody here?
I would hope so.
Everybody make the trip? It's been a long one.
It has been a while.
So look who's back.
In the flesh. Had a lot of things going on the past few weeks. With personal and business related issues. Now I'm back.
Yeah. Life happened, didn't it?
Life definitely happens. So we're back. We're gonna start off by doing quite a few hunts in the Vesper Pool area. Final Fantasy 15 for those who aren't aware of what we're doing.
We're if anybody tunes in because they're looking for Resident Evil 4, unfortunately they're not going to get it today. We're back on track with our Resident Evil 15 playthrough.
Resident Evil 15?
Yes. They made that many.
They made that many.
Final Fantasy 15 playthrough.
You did say there were some things you wanted to talk about and get balls rolling for.
Yeah. I've been wanted to have a really big, in-depth conversation about our favorite movies, and haven't been able to since you haven't been here.
Right. I also wasn't able to tune in to your stream last time.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Can we call it a night?
I know that feeling. I had a ton happen recently. Victoria Loomis over on.
All right, we'll sleep.
Yeah, we'll sleep over on YouTube.
No use.
Thank you for joining us, Victoria.
Let's go.
They joined in last week too, for Resident Evil.
Yeah, I wasn't able to tune in due to business things, life, and I saw it pop up on my phone. I'm like, I can't watch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I get it. We did all right.
But yeah, you had fun with 4?
Yeah, I'm always happy to get back to 4.
Okay.
It was on my list for games to play over the summer. I wanted to do another playthrough of 4 because I was due.
Mm-hmm. So, one of the things that we want to discuss is favorite movies. You specifically asked me to come up with a list of a top 10.
Yes.
I do not have favorite movies. I have a single favorite movie, and I have movies I love. But I don't have a top 10 or even a top 5. I just have movies that I really greatly enjoy and an all-time favorite.
We were awake for 2 days. We were on the road for 2 days.
2 days.
That's a lot of EXP we're earning. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay. So you were not able to come up with a list.
I was able to come up with a list of things, but not a top, like a numbered list.
Right.
A
We
ranked
weren't able to
list.
put one before another.
Good job, Prompto.
I'll take it.
If Noct was more in the shot, that one wouldn't actually be so bad.
This
You're
one's
blocking
pretty
out the
You're
man
blocking
with the
out the-
plan.
I think it too. Huh. Gentiana again. What?
Oh yeah, I didn't even
When
see
was
her.
she here?
If Noct hadn't have pointed it out, I wouldn't have known.
Sure of it. On the plump.
What's going on there? His head is exploding. His head's gone.
His head's inside the dragon.
It's gone, McCready.
He became an elemental. Oh, man.
Not really impressed for all those days that we got to shoot. That one's not so bad. I've never seen that one before. Ew.
How do I drive?
Look at that windshield.
That's what we're driving in now.
I know, it's awful.
Uh,
So I was able to come up with a top 10.
okay.
It took a lot of the
Sid. Sid.
Yeah.
Get you ready. Hurry on over.
I'll build that other one for you.
You better.
Freaking better. It took a lot of thinking to create a top 10, and as I talk more about where movies lie, I'll try to explain more how I came up with the top 10.
Do auto and just go right to Sid.
Oh, we're going to Sid this time.
Yeah. We better. we took a lot of time to. He'll be up, I think. We took a lot of time to gather his stuff and only to tell him no.
Yeah, the chocobo needle, the cactuar needle. All right, yeah. I'll take the more excuse to just drive on the road auto, so it gives us more time to talk.
Yeah.
So this playthrough will be half questing
And then going to
And-
Altissia.
and
Listen,
half.
Art, I have got this insatiable urge to take a photo with a chocobo.
Why now?
Why now? We were just
now.
there.
Sure.
So yeah, it'll be half questing and half road
I
tripping,
really do. Oh man, where should I get the shot?
just so that we can talk.
Yeah. Go ahead with your list.
All right. We'll. I was gonna say that we should bounce back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
but since you don't have a list, I don't know. Maybe we should like.
Yeah, I have a
tailor
very
it.
long list.
If one of us says a movie that, this is what I would think. This is what I was thinking. If one of us mentions a movie that the other one shares in their list,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll just talk about that movie
Okay.
together.
Yeah.
So like, say you were to say something and that happens to be my number one, then we'll just talk about that, and then I'll just
Okay.
say like, oh that.
So in that case,
that's my number one.
Also, anybody who's watching, anybody who's viewing, please give us your input on
Yes.
either movies we're talking about or movies that you also greatly enjoy.
Absolutely.
Take a shot from here.
In that regard, do you want me to just start listing off my things, and then if it's something that we all like,
Yes.
then okay.
Because we'll do you pick one from yours.
Okay.
And then if it goes with mine, I'll say it, and then we'll go with my number 10 because
Okay.
I know that my number 10 definitely isn't in yours. You haven't because you
Okay.
haven't watched it.
All right, here's one that I know that both of us greatly enjoy. Anime Gamer over on YouTube says low key didn't know about this till now. The stream or the game
Or both.
or both, or the fact that we are Prompto and Ignis.
Yeah, the other
Uh,
two boys need to take a back seat. They don't know this game better than we do.
I like that. I would save that.
Speaking of which, what button do you press? This one.
Yes, that one.
Press square. Which one's square?
But anyways, we'll go with one that you and I both really enjoy that we didn't think we would. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Okay, that one's not on my list.
It's not on your list. I'm
Alright,
surprised.
so let's discuss that one.
Okay. It's a Tim Burton film, which is
Everything in the
kind of odd considering it's sort of not in his field.
If you were to say,
way it is,
if
but-
I was to watch it, and you were to say Tim Burton directed this, I would be like, oh, that figures. That's a dark movie. That figures.
But overall, watching it, you wouldn't get that vibe from it.
I
It's a
have.
Tim Burton film.
I
I didn't kind of.
I'd say no. Like I
But-
didn't know it was him
But
until you said it.
it's I remember picking it up when it came out, and I'm like, I want to watch it because Abraham Lincoln's like my favorite president to talk about. And
Really?
yeah, he's my favorite president.
Fun fact for you.
Fun fact: Ignis's favorite is Abraham Lincoln.
I would say mine is JFK.
JFK. They both have correlations, you know. It's
Like with
uncanny.
Conspiracies.
Yeah, with the theories, conspiracies, that they're all like interconnected. But anyways, there's a whole list of them. But anyways, when I picked it up and I watched it, I was like, "Holy crap! This movie was amazing!" And I showed it to and I had it for to show it to my parents. Okay, I thought the game was gonna quit.
Yeah.
I was like, "No."
I thought we were like it had a pop up for combat, and I was like, are we gonna fight? Let's go fight.
That's all fine. But I remember my dad and mom's reaction. They're like, "Oh, this movie's gonna be so bad," because my dad read the book, and my dad was
you're
like,
right, it was a book.
It was a book. My dad read the book, and he's like, "It's a good book, but this movie's gonna suck." And I'm like, "Trust me, it didn't." And so, Anime Gamer, did you know about the extra side quests? I'll have to be more specific than that. There's a ton of side quests.
We've been doing nothing but extra side quests.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of side quests.
The cup noodles one? Oh, that's
It's a thing of the past.
we got that a long time ago.
But we started watching it, and one of the first scenes, or scenes in the beginning of the movie was him taking the vampire, slamming his head into the pier, and then throwing him against the wall. My dad was like, "This movie's gonna be amazing." And then it was the training montage of him striking the tree and splitting it in one. And I was like, and my dad was like, "I instantly loved this movie." Like it's one of those movies that you expect it to be bad, like a bad sci-fi flick from the Sci-Fi Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like you expect it to be bad, but it's not.
It pulls a
And
fast
it
one
and,
on
and
you,
it pulls
and
yeah,
it
it pulls a
shows
fast
what
one,
it's
and
bringing
like,
to the table.
This is a really good movie. Also, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in that movie.
Our darling,
Our darling
Mary
is in that
Elizabeth
movie.
Winstead is in that movie, and that's what sold me on it. You're like you gotta watch this. It's a good movie, and I'm like I don't know, and you're like Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in it. I'm like let's go watch this movie.
Let's go watch. But
That
yeah,
was the deciding factor for why I started watching Love, Death, and
And-
Robots. Was because Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in it, and
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately she wasn't even what carried it through for me. The rest of the series is
right,
what
right.
stuck it with me.
But yeah, it's just one of those movies that you expect to be like you expect it to be an entertaining movie, but a bad movie overall.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not a bad movie
No, it
in
was-
any way.
I didn't regret watching it.
No.
We watched it while we were just camping out at your grandparents one time.
Mhm.
You had brought like a whole
A whole list of
list
things.
of movies,
Yeah.
and we ended up watching that. That's two. No, I take that back. We watched Scott Pilgrim while we were here.
Yeah, we watched Scott Pilgrim and Abraham Lincoln while we were here.
Oh, I thought no, we watched that at your grandparents.
We did, but we
Abraham
also
Lincoln.
watched it here because you liked it so much.
Did we watch it twice?
Yes, I remember because I brought it here, and you had the TV out on the counter, and we watched it there.
Yeah,
But anyways,
the initial one is what?
yeah.
I forgot to
Another
say.
movie I don't think you've seen it.
Mm.
Dragonheart.
No.
It's
haven't
an old '90s movie. Sean Connery is the voice of Draco, the dragon.
Okay.
It's a Dennis Quaid movie. It's got big actors in it, but I never remember their names. That movie, as corny as it is the pinnacle of fantasy, medieval, dragons, stuff like that. In my case, a lot of people would say, "Oh, King Arthur," stuff like that. It's sort of like in that time frame, but this to me set the standard for all dragon movies, for all fantasy movies.
That's got to hold a lot of weight then.
It
Like,
does, because I watched it when I was a kid growing up, and it was my older sister Morgan. It was her favorite movie growing up, and my whole family really liked that movie, and the fact that Sean Connery was the voice of the dragon, and also the dragon was CGI, but also kind of like they did in Jurassic Park, where it was like the puppets or the mechanical things like that.
Yeah.
But it was mostly CGI, and it was new CGI for as young as that movie was, and as young as CGI was for everything in the 90s,
Pull over for a minute.
and it was really
Throat's
well
going
done.
dry.
Even for now,
For
it's
pizza.
still pretty well done.
Sounds like a waste of time
And
money.
The way that Draco looks, the way the dragon looks, is what a standard for a dragon should look like, in my opinion.
So do you think it did better than Benedict Cumberbatch's Smaug?
His Smaug was amazing. I greatly enjoyed that. Fun fact, none of the Lord of the Rings or Hobbit films made it on my list, although I greatly enjoy all those movies.
It did make it on my list to
It's
a
just
degree.
it's one of those series that basically everybody loves. Even if they're not a fan of the series, everyone liked that movie, that series.
I'd say, well, if they have the patience to stay awake for it.
Right. Because all 6 movies are 3 hours long.
It's I've either talked to someone and they said, yeah, I love the Lord of the Rings series, or I talk to them and they say, I fell asleep. I couldn't stay awake. It's either one of the two.
right.
Here.
Okay, we got the
One of these days, I
crossbow.
want to do a marathon of watching, like
that's-
taking 2
yeah.
days straight and
That's
just
gonna
watching.
that's gonna take at least one full day out of you.
Yes.
This is the one. No, this is the
That's-
Sky Gemstone.
Ah,
Just don't say no to the next one.
yourself for power.
If he lets us.
If y'all are having car trouble, y'all
Say it.
brace yourself
Let
for
us do it.
power.
No, he's not gonna let it.
Why? Do we? I bet you we have to go to Altisha, progress in the story, and then go back through Umbra in order to trigger his quest again, because I don't know why it's not letting us.
Because we ruined
We
it.
told him no.
We told him no.
Accidentally. But Dragonheart just sets for me a standard. It is not one of the best movies. It's just something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it sets standards for medieval fantasy.
Gotcha.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Okay, that one, that one came up in my list.
It did.
It was
good.
it was on there for a while, but in terms of what I was rating as my top 10, it did not make it in the top 10. But it
Okay.
is listed in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
So I did not forget about Hacksaw Ridge.
Good.
So
I would have kind of smacked it.
It was there. It was there for a while, but from what I was rating all the other movies, it didn't fit in. But
And,
I'm like,
and
nope.
Andrew Garfield, freaking.
I
That
think
movie
that was
brings-
his first. Like, I know he was in Amazing Spider-Man, but I never
This
saw
was his
that.
first away from it.
That was my first movie that I had seen
Yeah,
him
let's just
in,
go to the hunts.
and
over
he's
in, yeah.
he was amazing. Like he played like the
Yeah, let's go to that one first. Those two first.
he played the weak hero so well.
Yeah, let's go to those two first.
And we'll hit the parking spot.
Everything in order. Yep.
He did so well, and the movie was. It hurts. It
Oh my
it
goodness.
hits you in the feels, and you
really,
don't.
It really did.
And the acting, the atmosphere, the tone, and the sense of dread that you get from just watching that movie is just
all
it hits you.
through his expressions, like you feel what he feels. That's how
Yeah.
good he is at projecting his role. That the scene where the one more scene where he's just going out and he's trying to get one more and he's praying to God to get one more. That is I'd have to say that is one of my favorite scenes throughout any piece of cinema that
It's one of the most inspirational things.
It is one of the best movie scenes I have ever seen to this day.
And
It's
the fact that it was
amazing.
based on
A real story.
a real person who then, which I think is amazing, they put an interview with the guy, with the man he was portraying at the end of the movie, and it said in honor of this man who passed away at this time.
Desmond Dawes saved, I don't want to get the number wrong, I think it's 72 or 74 wounded soldiers on that day.
On both sides.
On both sides, yeah.
On both sides. Because he
didn't-
saw them as people.
Mhm.
He saw them as frightened people, and that's what they were. Like, that's another thing. Like, that's not on my list, but Saving Private Ryan. I
That
know.
one,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure is one
Yep.
on your list.
That
but
one's on the top.
it shows a sense of war that people that other cinemas do not. Do not show.
It doesn't.
The human side of it.
Yes.
It doesn't show.
It shows the human side. that-
Other movies, war movies, don't show
Yeah,
that.
it's like oh, these are the Americans and the Germans are the bad guys, or oh, these are, the Union was the good guys and the Confederates were the bad guys in terms of the Civil War. But it's like, no, they're people.
They're people.
They're people
doing,
that were thrusted into a war. They're scared.
They're also just doing what they're told to do.
They're following orders.
Like, you can tell in Hacksaw Ridge and in Saving Private Ryan, these people did not want to kill other people.
Oh,
a lot of them did
they
not.
didn't like it.
They just did it because they had no choice, or they were told to do so.
They were told to do so, and all they know is that if we do this, then we get a chance to go home. If all we want
Right.
to do is go home.
And even though Saving Private Ryan did not make it on my list, one of my all-time favorite scenes is that scene of the German soldier killing the American, going down the stairs, and then passing the other American because he saw how afraid he was.
Mm-hmm.
Because he says, "I don't want to kill anymore.
Yeah,
I don't." That is one of my
I don't wanna
absolute
kill
favorite
anyone
scenes
right
because
now.
it's something people would do.
Mm-hmm.
It is something a human would do in a situation like that, and I absolutely admire that. It's one of my favorite scenes. So yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. Another good one. Did The Gods Must Be Crazy make it on your list?
That made it into honorable mentions.
That movie is one of the most hilarious movies. Go watch it. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, because it's an 80s movie or a 70s. I think it's
Oh my
80s.
goodness.
But it's so badly done with its
it's-
cinematography.
I don't even know if it's a. I don't know if it's so bad that it's good, because it's still so good.
It's so
It's
funny.
so funny.
Its comedy is genuine. There's nothing that should be funny about it, but it is hilarious.
The parts about it that are bad, they're done in a way where you're like, is it supposed to be bad, to be comical, or did they literally just do this bad,
right.
but it's so funny? Oh my god! All right,
It's one of those movies that I don't want to talk about because it's one of those movies that nobody's heard about.
We were what, maybe 10 minutes into the movie, and I was dying laughing.
You were dying.
There was an action scene at the beginning that was like 10 minutes in, and it had me on the floor.
Was it the helicopter?
It was the
one?
helicopter. Holy
Oh,
cow!
jeez. Yeah,
That one made it on the honorable mentions.
Okay,
I want to watch it again so badly, but I haven't seen it enough for it to warrant a top 10.
Okay.
But it did make it in.
But it's one of those low budget films that's so low budget. It's not Bonnie Python and the Holy Grail low budget, but it's down there. And it's just so funny. It's so comical.
People made that movie to entertain.
Yes, boy, it did.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Speaking of, when I went to the Renaissance Fair yesterday, we went to one of the comedy shows. I went to 2 comedy shows. One of them was the 2 mud guys playing in the mud and stuff like that. They were hilarious.
Okay.
Another one was...
Are they usuals or something? They sound
I
like
think
usuals.
they're usuals, but another one was a guy. He's an old man who does brings people up from the audience and has them act out things.
Oh, cool.
But he was just naturally funny. Like before the show even started, he was talking to random passersby, and just talking to us, and he was hilarious. Just the way he talked, the things he said. He was a natural comedian, and I appreciate people that do that. He didn't have to be dirty. He didn't have to be rude. He was being funny, and he made. I didn't notice a single person who did not laugh at any of his things. But anyways, comedy. I greatly appreciate comedy movies.
Yeah, a lot of comedy these days are it's very tasteless and very poor. Like it comes comedy. A lot of movies these days, it comes down to, oh, we made a reference, or oh, someone screamed, someone fell over, someone said a swear word. Look, it's Will Ferrell. It's like that's what a lot of comedy is going for these days.
Comedy is shock value nowadays.
Yeah, it's not genuine comedy like say Edgar Wright's movies, like the Shaun of the Dead movies and Hot Fuzz. You know, that's genuine comedy.
The World's End was really funny too.
I still got to see his Cornetto trilogy.
I haven't seen any of that.
You've seen Shaun of the Dead.
I have seen Shaun of the Dead.
Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
I have not.
Okay.
My dad told me to kind of stay away from it because it's not nearly as funny as Shaun of the Dead.
I've only seen Shaun of the Dead.
But yeah, but I have seen The World's End, the third part of his movies, and I saw it in theaters, and that was probably the one movie that I saw in theater that I was laughing the whole time. Like, out loud laughing, and the whole theater was too. But that didn't make it on my list. It was just worth mentioning.
Yeah.
You watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I did.
Finally, with us. What did you think of that? Because that's one of my favorite Robert Downey Jr. movies. It's got funny parts.
It does.
And
but
it's a good story.
Now, like, as you said that, and I'm trying to reach back and remember the movie, there's a lot about it that I don't remember. So I think right there, that speaks a lot.
Right.
So...
do you think it would be a movie you would watch again?
Yeah.
Okay.
If someone said, oh, we're going to watch a movie, and they're like, oh, it's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, I'm like, all right, I watched that. That was funny.
Because it was
Robert
funny,
Downey
it had a good story, and it had plot twists that just kind of went everywhere.
I didn't know what movie it was gonna be at first.
Right,
Like,
because
I thought
it was kind of going in
I
between.
thought it was like a plucky actor movie where like he can't make it in Hollywood, so he takes a bunch of odd movies, and then I thought it was a spy movie, and then I didn't.
and
know
then
what
it
to
turned
think.
into both.
I didn't know what to think of it.
Turned into both kind of movie. But yeah, you watched The Voices with us, right?
No,
the
I
Ryan
didn't. Nope.
Reynolds movie. I
Nope.
thought you did.
No, I overheard it.
Oh, that's right. You were
I was
like
in the
half
other.
asleep.
I was in the other room and I overheard it. I did not watch it.
But you basically caught the entire plot.
Kind of. I heard Anna Kendrick like screaming and shouting about
Yeah.
something.
It's a disturbing movie, to say the least.
That's what you.
It's a movie that you don't feel right liking. That's the one
That's
thing I can
kinda-
say, because
I
it
think
delves
I
into
can-
psychotic.
I can relate to that because that's how I feel with Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, it's you don't feel like you should like it,
No.
and you feel rotten when you do.
Yeah, when you tell people, when you admit to people that you like, you're like,
The Voices is one of the is one of
kinda
those
like
literal
it.
movies that you actually really like. I think there's an item underneath that bridge, if I remember correctly, or a recipe. I think it's a recipe.
Ignis, pull over a sec.
with a new recipe.
So,
I believe it's under that bridge. I could be wrong,
Let's
but
take a look.
I know it's under
nice
one of
change
the
of
bridges.
pace.
Anyways, it's one of those movies that you feel rotten for liking.
I didn't know that you had gotten around to seeing it. Bull! Stop! Stop it!
Maybe you had to pick up another one.
Good
Not gonna let
lord!
you.
What did we do with the other one? Just toss it? He's like, well, Sid doesn't want it.
It's that, I think.
That thing?
I think. Yep.
Who would throw this away?
That's it.
Party cutlet on rice.
Oh, that we're gonna be eating that
We're eating
tonight.
that tonight, boys.
But I was like, wait, this bridge looks familiar. There's gotta be something here, and I couldn't remember if it was that bridge or not. But hey, more side content for you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Tune back into the martial arts stream for tips, tricks, and more.
Yep. All right.
I also didn't bring the strategy guide because I was in a rush.
Oh,
today.
right.
But that's okay.
Because that we were gonna.
I like
go to that
playing
dungeon.
this by memory,
That's true.
and I've only played this twice or 3 times.
When
But all 3 times I had the guide.
when
with
I
me.
start like being glued to a walkthrough and going
I might
like
have asked
scene by
before,
scene,
but
page
is
by
it
page of the
really all
walkthrough, that's
that
when I know
good?
that I need
might
to
have
take a
answered
break and
before,
stop
but yes,
playing.
it is.
Yeah.
I never like getting there.
So you haven't seen The Voices, but that's a movie I recommend everybody watch. You might not like it, or you might. It's one of those movies, but if you do like it, you're gonna be like,
Wow.
why did I like this?
Where do you think they're all going?
I feel bad for liking
Follow
it.
'em and find
But
out.
it's very human. It's very psychological in a way. It deals with sort of schizophrenia and psychological disorders, and it's Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds in a way. And Anna
I
Kendrick's
guess-
in it.
I guess you can't go wrong there. It's like
Ryan Reynolds is one of those actors that you just
kind
kinda
of
like.
If you're unsure, just you can rest easy that Ryan Reynolds will be with you every step of the way.
Here's one I know you're gonna like talking about.
Okay.
Page Master.
Oh my goodness.
That made it to my list.
I haven't thought of that movie in years, dude.
Does that change things of your list or your
Oh,
honorable
boy.
mentions? Because
Okay,
that made it to
I
my
really
to
had
my
to
list.
think. A bunch of childhood movies did cross my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to take a step back and think: do they belong there? Because I'll look back and I'll think about any childhood movie and I'll say like, yeah, I love that movie because that was child me. I watched it so many times that I can't help but love it. Page Master was one of those movies.
Right.
There is one movie that I watched a bunch as a child that I don't care. It's going to be on there, and I'm sure you know which movie that is.
Yeah, they must be.
But like any of the Toy Stories or Page Master or no,
After the egg.
We have to drive them
it's
off.
Iron Giant.
Oh yeah, that's on my list too. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
no
that
matter
for
no matter, that was a childhood movie, but it belongs on the list. And when we get to that, like we'll explain more why. But movies like the Land Before Time movies or the Toy Story movies or almost any old Disney movie, I watched them all the time as a child and I still love them. But I don't think I think it's an easy pass to my list. So that's why I don't think Pagemaster would go there. But I love Pagemaster.
Right. Like I was thinking, I was thinking of movies that I haven't seen in a while, or movies that I wanted to watch again, and all of a sudden Pagemaster came out. I'm like, this movie was my childhood.
It was scary.
And it's a good
too.
movie, and it's a serious movie. It is deadly serious. Like how it's a kids movie.
Oh yeah.
But then again, back in those days, everything was generally serious.
It's great how a lot of the times as I got older and I'd start hearing would start hearing like I would start hearing about the actual books from what the movie referenced. I would always look back and be like, I saw that on Pagemaster first. I was like, oh, that's where Pagemaster got it from. Like that Pagemaster was first, not the book that it was based off of.
But it gave you that kind of push. To
Yeah, it was the outlet to it. Okay, we gotta go all the way around.
Bring out your chocobo.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm eating right now.
Easy now.
Some Oreos.
It's cool.
Well, you already brought up the Iron Giant.
Okay.
I was gonna save that for later because I knew that was immediately gonna be like your number one.
It's further up on the list. So if you wanted, we would have talked about it eventually.
Right.
Like we would have talked about it sooner.
But might as well talk about it now because that and Pagemaster are so interconnected for us.
We saw them around
But
the same
Iron Giant
same time.
is my absolute favorite. It's my absolute favorite animated movie, and it is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. It's not my favorite, but it is up there.
I'd say it's my favorite animated movie of all time.
I would agree with that.
It ranked as number 7 on my top 10.
I honestly thought it would be much higher.
When it came to my list, I rated it off of how many times have I seen it? How many times have I said I'm gonna watch it again and again and again? How many times? How much do I know it? How close it is to my heart, and also, and then when I really had to decide one from another, it all came down to if I was given both movies and someone asked me, what do you want to watch? What would I say first? And there are more movies that I would say I want to watch this before I watch Iron Giant. But being in the top 10 is for me, because of how many movies I had to think about, is a trophy enough.
Right.
So it's number 7 for me on top 10.
Okay. That's very fair.
The Melusine isn't. Not yet.
Oh
you
God.
It's okay. This one's not till 9.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But,
We're good.
But it's in the same freaking place as this.
All right,
so we might not have to do this.
Let's get this. Can we get this done? Is this what it is,
I
or
think
was this
this
literally
one's-
the quest that I accepted?
This is no, it's not. They're both in the same spot. This one's a nighttime quest, which is also the time the Melusine comes out. So there's another one. Yeah, that one.
Around here.
No, it's the Hunter HQ last time.
Yeah. I was just checking to see if it was any others. Okay.
So let's go to that one.
Yeah.
'Cause, boy.
Almost wandered right into a trap.
Iron Giant is just one of our absolute favorites for a reason. Its animation is solid, very very good.
It's timeless.
Its voice acting is incomparable. There is none better.
There's not many animated movies on back then.
That bring human emotion.
Like
to it.
these days with better voice tracking and the CGI that people are much better with now. This was made back in 1990 what? 98?
I think it was 98 or 99.
This was made back in 1999, and the animation that they had at the time, they nailed the facial recognition. It's amazing. It's kind of like if you were to watch.
They nailed reactions too.
It's kind of if you were to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, this day and age. That animation is timeless, I think. it's aged just fine.
Yeah, it's kind of simplistic in its way too. If you think about Courage that way, a lot of its design was extremely simple,
It doesn't.
but it kind of exaggerated everything.
Yeah. And of course, talking about courage is a whole nother topic. So
Right.
we
But I get
we
what
gotta
you're saying.
tread carefully around that.
Ooh, dash the chocobo. Use that. Chocobo's around, so I was gonna say use that.
I gotta go first.
What?
Ready for a fight.
I'm not.
More than we bargained for.
I'm not focusing right now. It. I don't think I've ever seen, besides Vin Diesel, and I think Hogarth's mother. I don't remember her. I don't remember the voice actress's name, but I think I've only seen Vin Diesel and Hogarth's mother in other cinema. I haven't seen any other actors.
Right. Also, there's. Where are you going?
He's got a plan that
He doesn't have a
that
plan.
I'm not sure we're ready for.
We can talk more about Iron Man later because it's home for us. I personally really like the How to Train Your Dragon series,
Okay.
and I like to see that over the years, the animation already started out great, and each subsequent movie, the animation got so much better. Like the third movie I just saw finally a few weeks ago, and I was enthralled with how amazing the animation was, the flow of their hair, the gleam in their eyes, shadow work, firework, the water animation, the sky and clouds. It was phenomenal. Like I was blown away. Like this is DreamWorks. To the point where they did so much better than like Pixar.
Wow.
Or any other animated, like it blew me away how amazing it was.
That's saying something since DreamWorks
And the story
is,
is just so good.
DreamWorks has always been labeled as like second fiddle
Right.
to
They've
Pixar.
they've always made good stuff, just kind of like Pixar has. But it's always kind of been like, which would you rather watch, DreamWorks or Pixar? Most people would say Pixar. DreamWorks did so good with the How to Train Your Dragon series that I think it's better than all Pixar movies, and that's saying something. That's my opinion. Because you know how I love, like this didn't make the list either. Big Hero 6 is my favorite Pixar movie. It is my absolute favorite Pixar movie. But in terms of animation, I think How to Train Your Dragon, the entire series, 3 movies, did so much better. That's my opinion. You say you haven't seen them,
right.
but it's one thing, because I know you like animated movies just as much as the next guy.
I do.
You will love How to Train Your Dragon, all 3 movies. I even heard the series on Disney was good, or maybe it wasn't on Disney. They had a series of it.
Oh yeah. I
But
remember that.
I heard that was even really good. So there's that. We've talked about The Thing before, so
Yeah.
that goes without saying.
The Thing made it on number 4. Thinking back.
Which one?
That's the catch, and I'll at least get to talk about that.
Okay.
I had to think of if there was anything I liked about one movie more than the other, and there wasn't. So then I had to think about, okay, what do I dislike about them? And for every dislike I had about one, I had a similar dislike for the other.
Right.
So for the original Thing, I didn't like they didn't go for CGI. They went for like actual.
They went for straight gross
They went
factor
for
and
straight
props.
gross and gore and stuff like that. I wasn't the biggest fan for the gore. I felt more uncomfortable with the original Thing's gore than I was with the
Right.
2011 one.
That. I don't mean to derail you here, but that's what so many people disliked about the new one, because it's not the Thing, it's all CGI and it's not gross. Like, the Thing isn't really meant to be gross. It's meant to be psychologically,
Yes.
you
It's
know,
like you're
enthralling.
missing the point, guys.
Like, it's not meant to be gross. Yes, they did that because that's what they worked with in the 1970s version.
yeah.
1980s version.
Yes, there was no CGI.
There is no CGI. It was all
We
handmade.
gotta cut up a pig and serve it on a table.
Like, I get that, and I appreciate that, because that was a whole nother art style there. I think can't get out because of water.
Really?
And this one definitely comes out at night. So I'd go pick up that treasure.
So I wasn't the biggest fan for the gross out factor of the original, but at the same time, the acting of the 2011 was a little lackluster than the original. So they kind of balance each other out. It's two dislikes that carry the same weight, in my opinion. I love Kurt Russell. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I love how they both played strong heroes. Like, even though Mary Elizabeth Winstead was a female, she made it clear that I don't want to play a damsel in distress. Right. I don't want to play an over-sexualized character.
Also props
She
to
said
her.
that.
She specifically said, "I do not want to be sexualized."
And they said,
And I was like,
and they said, all
I
right.
agree with that.
They're like, all right, that's not what we're looking for. Yes, ma'am.
Especially in Antarctica, I would have flipped the table if I saw the Thing and she was sexualized. I would have been like, "You're in Antarctica. Why are you wearing a bikini?" I would have flipped my lid. That would have made me not like
That's
the movie,
what
but they didn't do that.
Speaking of which, that's what I hated about the Wonder Woman movie. They really didn't do that much to her. They kept her as a strong female hero.
Granted,
but in Justice League, they did
that?
They were more provocative with her.
Really?
Yes.
I never saw Justice League because I heard it was. I kept hearing mixed things.
They did a
about
little
it.
more provocative stuff there. I'm like, nope, you lost. You lost
Like
it.
that's another reason. Yeah, like you
Like,
said, that's another reason I liked Wonder Woman so much. I think that's the only DCU movie I've liked so far.
Yeah.
Besides,
They-
the original Batman trilogy.
They did good with Wonder Woman.
With,
They did very good. I loved the scene where she charges the trenches. That was so good.
But Wonder Woman didn't make it on.
I think, but yeah. As to conclude the thing on which one comes first, I can't separate the two. I love them equally. I dislike them equally.
I would have said the same thing.
I can't put one
because
apart from the other.
Also, the fact that they fit so well together, like they tied everything in together.
The details that the prequel, with the sequel prequel, got that was already placed in the original is outstanding.
Yeah, they followed it to the T. Like, they even have a Thing comic or a graphic novel. I've been wanting to read it. I want to find it, buy it, and read it. But that's the thing. They're gonna spawn in here. They just don't spawn until they don't spawn until it reads 20.
Oh,
because that's when nighttime is. Or they might spawn at 7.
I would have been like, is it dark? Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
That's nighttime. It's dark.
But they will spawn in
Okay.
the lake.
Will they spawn while I'm standing here? Yeah,
Right there. Yep.
I see.
There you go.
This isn't doing damage.
Yeah, do techniques, do armature. These things hit hard. They take little damage. But everything's weak against oil arms.
Hey. Next one.
Okay.
So yeah, both things number 4.
Okay, cool. Kung Fu Hustle on the comedy portion.
You'll have to explain that one more to the people.
Well, considering that it's...
I've only seen it once.
Okay. I've seen it multiple times. It's one of my absolute favorite comedy movies.
Your dad loves it.
My dad absolutely loves
He
it.
just fawns over it.
But it's just watch it. If you haven't watched it, you're missing out. I'm That's all I can say. It's that and The Gods Must Be Crazy are among sort of the same sort of humor, but Kung Fu Hustle is a little more out there. Very much more out there. It's so funny. But that's on there. The Green Mile.
Haven't seen it.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh. You like old style movies like that. It's a Stephen King movie.
Right.
And it's Tom Hanks.
Yes.
And Michael Clark Duncan. May he rest in peace. He big black guy. Kind of talks like this, real slow. You know, he's in a bunch of movies I'm sure you've seen, but
Probably.
you don't recognize the name. You don't recognize. He's a really giant man. He passed away. I think about a decade ago, almost or something. Passed away, and maybe not that long. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he was a phenomenal actor, and he made this movie.
Really?
He made it. I don't want to spoil anything for you because you like those kind of movies, and especially Tom Hanks. This is a really, really good, powerful movie. It is one of those movies that people will go out of their way to say this movie is classic.
Gotcha.
So there's that. Comedy again. I like the movie Snatch. It's British style humor. It's a diamond heist movie.
Oh, right. I
One with
remember you talking about that.
A dog swallows the diamonds. It's hilarious. The whole movie's. It's got Jason Statham in it. It's got Brad Pitt in it. The movie's absolutely hilarious. And it's so. Jason Statham's just done. He's being Jason Statham. In any movie he's in, he's Jason Statham. And you can really tell it's him.
Like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt is just playing this gypsy man who talks like this all the time. You can never tell. You never tell what he's saying. He talks so fast.
I've seen him in so many roles. He's always different.
Yeah,
I've never seen him like the same.
Another good Brad Pitt.
Like, who
movie.
are you?
Another good Brad Pitt. While we're on the topic of Brad Pitt, but he's a phenomenal actor regardless. Fury, he was amazing in Fury, but Shia LaBeouf outdid him in every sense of the word.
That's another. I have a big soft spot for World War II movies. And that's another movie that I want to see.
Yeah, I recommend it. We have it if you ever want to watch it.
I know you guys have.
And it is one of my mom's favorite movies. My mom, who hates war movies, loves Fury.
Did she hate Hacksaw Ridge?
She loved Hacksaw Ridge. She hates war movies because they make her cry. 9 times out of 10. That's why she likes Saving Private Ryan, but she doesn't like watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of
my
parts.
mom's the kind of movie goer where she will watch a movie, love it, and never watch it again.
I've got nothing left.
But on the topic of Brad Pitt, the Oceans Trilogy. You've probably never seen Oceans 11, 12, and 13.
No.
They're also bank heist, casino heist movies. They got George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, big actors, big actresses, and they're all fantastic movies. I feel. I think the first one's the best one because it has great music in it. It's all cleverly written, and it's funny in parts where it should not be funny.
Do we have to go all the way down?
Yeah, you have to go all the way down. That's what I hate about these. But the thing is, all the things are going to be down. I think you'll have to kill them all one at a time, and then they'll spawn again. But those have a big spot to me. The Oceans Trilogy. He was in Snatch. He's
We're talking about Brad Pitt?
yeah, he's in
Deadpool 2?
He was in Deadpool 2 for 10 seconds. Did you know he even said, "I don't want to be paid"? They asked him. He They said they finished filming before they finished filming his stuff and getting all his stuff done
No way.
before he finished his cup of coffee. Like that's and he was just like, yes. They called him up and he
Oh
said
my-
yes.
Oh my gosh.
All for 10 seconds.
That's perfect. He didn't want to be
But
paid.
yeah, Brad Pitt is in every any movie he's in, he's pretty much a guarantee that's gonna be. I like George Clooney too. There was another movie I wanted to talk about that I can't remember now that had Brad Pitt. Oh, movie you haven't seen, Legends of the Fall. One of my absolute favorite movies.
Why is that?
Because my dad and myself have told you to watch this movie.
That's right.
We have implored you to watch this movie. It's got Aiden Quinn, it's got Brad Pitt, it's got Anthony Hopkins. Like another actor that's just phenomenal, Sir Anthony Hopkins. But this is one of those movies that it hits me hard. I watched it the first time, I cried. I watched Hacksaw Ridge the first time, I cried. Most of the time I'll watch a movie that has hurt things, and I won't cry, but I'll feel the sadness, and I'll be like, this hurts me. Personally, it hurts me. But these movies made me cry. Like, ball out crying. But they are so good. Another one that does that is Bridge to Terabithia.
I've only ever seen that once, but yeah,
That
that movie's sad.
It's sad.
I don't like when
It's a movie that has no right to be sad.
I don't like when things happen to kids, especially kids
No.
that just want to be kids. Like, just let them be kids. Don't kill them. That movie's been out for a while, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
As far as I know,
sorry
it's a
for
book as well.
spoiling it. Yeah, it was.
But, man,
That was the first time I had ever seen. I don't even know his name.
I don't know his name either. But yeah.
That
kid.
guy. Yeah.
The guy?
Peter.
Peter? Yeah, that guy. Going into more, these are kind of going to be in the same line of things. Let's see. Click. I really enjoy Click.
Right.
It's probably
It's-
the only Adam Sandler movie besides Anger Management.
I
that
think
really like.
when I saw it, I was more.
Do it.
Hold on. They're not letting me. Stop it.
You can still hold it now, I think.
Gotta get up first. Who be it?
Yeah, Click.
It's
I
like,
don't
there's water
generally
down
like,
here.
Yeah, I don't generally like Adam Sandler. Kind of like I don't like Will Ferrell, except I absolutely hate Will Ferrell. Seth Rogen, any of those people who call themselves comedy actors, they're not funny.
And children.
But the thing is,
I'll take that.
you can't.
I'll take that. You skewered it.
There's still another one down there, but that's the one you gotta kill.
Oh, come on.
But you killed one of the targets, one of the hunts.
I
down
wish
there.
it had killed that one too, though, so that I wouldn't have to walk down there.
Yeah, that thing's probably gonna regenerate full health.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wish it shoot down there. I really enjoy Click. That's one of my movies.
I think if I'd have seen that with a more mature mind, I would have liked it too. But when I saw it, I only saw it once, and I was like in and out of the room because I'd rather be playing.
Right.
So I think that's why I didn't take that one as seriously as you claim it is.
Towards the end, it's super serious. Like that's
I
another movie,
I
it
do
hurts.
remember him stumbling out of the hospital trying to like get to his kids or his son or
Yeah.
something like that, like as he's dying.
As he's dying.
And I think that carries weight.
It
I don't know,
does.
so-
Like he was dying of cancer and heart disease, hooked up to a machine to live. And his family was all saying their goodbyes and walking out in the rain and about to get in their car. And he's barely speaking, taking off all the things, struggling out inside the rain starts screaming because he can't say much, and he's screaming. Collapses on the ground, reaches his hand out, and starts screaming for them to come back. As they're getting in the car, they see him on the ground and rush back to go get him. And that carries weight.
Yeah.
That
I'd say it
hurts. Because you could tell that one of the few times Adam Sandler was showing serious acting, like it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't being comedic in any way. This was hurting everybody.
Yeah.
And that, I applaud him. I applaud the movie. That for that scene alone, it's one of my favorite movies. And it's still funny. It's still a relatively comedic movie. So, with that being said, it to me it makes it on my list. And that scene makes that movie. Along the same category of types of movies is Hitman's Bodyguard and Kingsman. They kind of are in the same category of being really badass movies with comedic elements in it.
Yeah.
And both of them I absolutely love. Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, and I also love.
They were such a dynamic duo
Oh, yeah.
that I don't think anybody realized.
Yeah, like I don't even think they realized it. They were just like,
And they realized just how much chemistry they had together.
yeah.
They're perfect. They're perfect for each other.
And it was just it worked so well. Another movie I highly recommend anybody watch. Did you know this guy single-handedly ruined the word mother? That's one of the best lines in the movie.
Like he wasn't talking about Samuel L. Jackson's character. He
was
was
talking
talking
about
about
Samuel
Samuel
L.
L. Jackson.
Like, that's classic right there. Breaking the fourth wall without breaking the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's classic writing. And Kingsman, you haven't seen the movie, but it's one of my favorite movies. I even like the second movie. It's got.
You
Taron
say that
Egerton.
as if it's bad, but you still like it.
Compared to the first one, it's not as good in any way. It's actually much worse, but it's still a good movie. That's why I say it the way I wrote it. Because Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, was, in comparison to the first one, not good. But the movie overall was still very good.
Sounds like, I think a good comparison for me would be comparing John Wick 3 to John Wick 1.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Still a good movie, but with all its faults and with it being a John Wick movie, the third one was very lackluster and not a good movie in comparison. But as a standalone movie, and taking it as a John Wick movie, it's still a good movie.
It's still a good movie.
Still a good movie. But yes, that is an apt comparison to Kingsman 1 and Kingsman 2.
You said that as you were describing it. I was like, that feels familiar.
Also, Kingsman 1 was an origin story in a way, and it had a training montage. I'm a sucker for those kind of movies. And also, it had good music adaptation, and it had some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in any movie.
Are they fist fights or gun fights?
Yes.
Okay.
This is another reason why you would like this movie.
Thank
There's
you
a lot
for-
of gun work,
thank
and
you
there's a
for
lot of
opening my
fist fighting
eyes.
and melee fighting.
Stop, dude.
Is it fist fighting or gun
Stop,
fighting?
dude.
Yes. Is it John Wick style? Kinda. While John Wick is one guy, Kingsman is one guy and one guy and one guy and one guy. A bunch of people doing similar things, but it mostly focuses on one guy. You know? In a way, but also it has. Oh, you're gonna. I can't remember his name. The guy with glasses. Everybody knows who watches.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember his name. A British actor. He's a great actor too.
Is he old?
Older, I guess. I just can't. His name escapes me right now. I have his face, but I'm terrible with names.
No, when it comes to actors, like, yeah, I'm terrible. I know who they play, and that's how I usually refer to them.
But he was.
In it we fight. In it we fight you. Alright, come out and fight me over here.
You've got like multiple boxes. Like he does not want to stay in line.
You do the thing.
The game can't make up its mind.
Clearly. Okay, I need your boy. Get in here! Get in! Why won't he do it?
I think because he's out of the.
Is that it? Yeah, it is.
This is just.
Keep going with the story. I'm fine.
But no, I couldn't remember his name. He's a good actor. Follows the same thing. They gave me very Matrix-like vibes, but at the same time not being as serious. So that's another reason why I think you should really watch Kingsman. You liked. Ooh, nice. It's kind of a low one. But you know how you like the Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Kingsman is very similar in its style.
Okay. Is it comedic?
Yes. It has a lot of comedic elements, just like Hitman's Bodyguard. Like Hitman's Bodyguard is one of those movies you can't tell if it's a comedy movie with serious story,
Yeah.
or if it's a serious movie with comedic elements.
Right.
You can't tell because it's both.
That's a good description for it.
It's
Come here,
the
boy.
Kingsman is very much the same way.
Ooh,
2 hunts done.
That's a lot of. Is that all of them down here?
Yeah, go back to.
How do I go to the next?
quests.
I hope that's all of them down here. I don't want to keep looking.
That one's outside.
So then that's it.
Yeah, those two. We
What
did
about
that
this?
one.
Did
We just did. Yeah, we. The,
Oh yeah. We
we just did that one. That one was done. That one's also outside.
That one's by Oh Captain, My Captain.
Yes.
Okay, we can leave now.
Victoria says The Kingsman was a very good movie. Kingsman, I absolutely love Kingsman. So again, I have told you for years that you should watch this movie, and you're always like,
I know.
Watch Kingsman, dude. Just watch it. Just watch it. Just like we tried to get you to watch. What was it? Legends of the Fall. You just gotta watch it. Scott Pilgrim, I know, is on that list.
It is on that list. Is that what you were going to talk about next?
It's one of those. So yeah.
Your go.
Yeah, I'll go for a bit.
Scott Pilgrim is my number one.
I thought it was going to be your number
Is-
one.
is number Scott Pilgrim, of all the movies that are on my list, is number one on my list because of how it's kind of corny and cheesy to mention it, but at the time, like I really related to Scott, so the movie just spoke to me so much. It was so funny that the scene where he jumps out of the window is I can't think of a time where I've laughed so hard, except maybe the helicopters.
Oh, this one's right here.
But it's so funny. There's My Darling is in it. Michael Cera played the. I don't really like him as much, but he played a good Scott Pilgrim. All the other actors played their parts so well. I even like. It's not just me praising it. Like I even have criticisms about it. I feel like they could have done the character of Gideon a lot more sinister. Like in this movie, he's just kind of a jerk, and he knows it. In the comic, Gideon really didn't shove it in Scott's face. He was more, I'm gonna sit back and just be sinister and wait for you to make the first move. That's the kind of character that Gideon is.
Oh, this one's the. Oops. I don't think we're gonna make it in time.
So like I even still have criticisms for it, but still, I just love the movie.
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched it. My older sister Morgan was the one who told us to watch it. She said specifically, Cameron, you would love this movie. And I'm like, it's Michael Cera. I don't want to watch the movie. And this was 2009 when it came out. So I watched it, and I could not stop laughing. I was in love with the movie.
There are not many movies that I watched and that I immediately wanted to go out and get my own copy just so that I could watch it again.
Right.
You showed it to me, you left, and you took it with you, and I'm like, I want to watch it again. So I went out to Best Buy the next day and I bought it just so I could watch it again.
It appealed specifically to us.
I rewatched the director's commentary and the trivia commentary and the actor's commentary. I've watched that over and over again, not just the movie itself. I just love everything about it. And then if you wanna employ the comics into it, I love the comics.
The books, yeah.
I'm just one of the biggest.
Back, boys. Welcome back to Modiva. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome back to you.
Welcome back to you. We've been talking about movies, movies that we specifically like. We're on the topic of Scott Pilgrim right now.
I'm one of the biggest Scott Pilgrim fanboys I think you'll ever find.
Probably bigger
on the East Coast.
And I'm the one who showed it to you. Probably in the world.
And I can't not go without saying I can damn near quote the entire script from memory.
Oh yeah, you can. I can vouch for that. You've done it before.
And just all that combined just is what ranks it as my number one.
Please be here. You're here. I found you. Don't disappear. Don't you disappear.
Is there anything that you have to add? Oh yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I was like, don't disappear.
Is there anything that you have to add on Scott Pilgrim?
Aside from that, it's an amazing movie. Not really.
Excuse me.
But let me recover.
Back with us? Better than ever.
More movies for you then.
Okay. So like I mentioned before, I was able to put it into an actual top 10 list.
Yeah.
So number 10 would be Falling Down. You've never seen it.
Yeah, I have seen it.
You have seen it?
Yes.
I didn't know that you've seen it.
I watched it because I heard you watching it several times. I'm like, I might as well.
And that's why you watched it?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Quoted it all the time.
That makes me look bad how I don't watch the movies that you watch.
You jerk. Start doing it.
All right. Could you guess where I was first introduced to that movie?
I even amaze myself sometimes.
That's it.
That's what I thought.
The creator of the YouTube series Gmod Idiot Box, he made different jokes in reference to that movie. Like he used the quotes from the movie, like where he's in the fast food place, and he's like, I don't want lunch, I want breakfast. Like that's where I had first heard the movie. Mm-hmm. And then my buddy at the time, he's like, I watched where this movie came from. It was pretty good. You should watch it. So I watched it back when YouTube still kind of let you upload full videos to YouTube. Yeah. So I saw it and I was like, that was a good movie. Like the entire movie and the ending of the movie just sat with me. And it wasn't until like it was either this year or last year that I watched it again. and I really appreciated how good of a movie it was. Ian Douglas? Is that his name?
Robert Douglas?
Something Douglas.
No, which one?
The main character.
Main character? I don't know. But I know Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall
is
was
the
he's the detective.
Yeah.
Something Douglas. The main character anyway.
Right.
He plays the role of an average guy that just has all the odds stacked against him. That just goes insane because of life.
Good morning.
Like, it can happen to people. They just get overcome by all the hardships of life.
We've been out all night.
Funny enough, the guy that did those used to be in a game plan with me.
Really? Get out!
With
Get out! I'd
With,
love to speak with him.
that's bullshit?
That's bullshit.
That
I think that's
bullshit
who
was in a game plan with
he's
you?
talking about. That's awesome, man. I'd love to speak with him. Not just to heckle him on why he stopped making videos, but
Yeah, he's one of our.
I'd love to pick his brain a little bit and just talk to him about like where his inspirations came from.
That's awesome.
That is really good. It's like knowing someone who knows a famous person in our minds.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main character is a great actor. Robert Duvall is great.
Speaking of Robert Duvall, Secondhand Lions. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
That's another one. That's Haley Joel Osment when he was still a kid.
Gotcha.
Or going through puberty, I should say, when he was becoming a teenager.
Oh, okay.
So his voice was cracking, like, in between, like,
Was
his
it after
lines.
Kingdom Hearts 1?
Yes. After Kingdom Hearts 1, you could tell that his voice was just... He was going through
He was
it.
growing up.
There's even an interview with, what the heck? Why are you all? Why are all of you?
Thanks for the ride.
Why are you all? It's just wasps. Why are you here?
They're eating them.
Size of Carefully. One mistake could be our last.
Another deciding factor for movies that make it onto my top 10 list, and those that were more in more of an honorable mention, is how much of the movie will I skip through? Because in Falling Down, there's a couple scenes where they just don't do anything to me. So if I'll skip through it just so I can get to the parts that I do like. There's only a few parts of that I'll do that with. Whereas a lot of movies in my honorable mentions, I'll skip through certain parts just because I don't like it.
Right.
Like Starship Troopers. It was originally Starship Troopers. The movie was originally in my top 10, but I would honestly skip through the entire high school scene, the entire boot camp scene, just to get to the part where they fight the bugs.
Right.
And with so much movie miss, that's almost half the movie that I would rather miss. That's why it doesn't belong in my top 10.
Right.
It's more of an honorable mention just because of how much I do like the bugs and how much I have watched it. So yeah, Falling Down is number 10. Victoria Loomis says, I haven't heard from him in like 8 years or so. Oh man.
That sounds about
So
right.
that clan disbanded while I was still in high school. That's a bummer, man. I was hoping like it could be a branch for communicating with
Right.
him.
Like, oh no, don't worry, we're not just using you. Ignis.
Number 9 is the first John Wick. Because we've talked before about like which ones were our favorite, and while I was he's gonna cut those bees up with that knife.
Yes.
Just sharpens. He's like, yes. I was never able to distinguish whether I liked John Wick 2 or John Wick 1 more. I kind of liked them equally. But while I was thinking of the list, I was like, you know what? I think I do like John Wick 1 more.
Right.
Because it's just more down and to the point.
Oh, my damage!
Oh
No,
no.
my damage!
No!
Attack! What are you doing? Attack!
Get in there. Buckle down.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting destroyed right now.
It doesn't. John Wick 1 doesn't try and sugarcoat the movie with explanations on secret assassin lore. It doesn't try to delve into his backstory more. It's just he's an amazing assassin, and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And I'm a sucker for action movies.
Mm-hmm. That's another reason you like Kingsman. It's a big action movie.
I'm not saying that I won't like it. It's just I'm so stubborn when it comes to watching new things.
They can't move.
Don't you say it. How dare you?
So not Eli is being naughty.
It's being a naughty Soviet. Nostrovia.
Oh,
But anyway.
fine.
This is how it feels to be
I kind of like the more I got exposed to Keanu Reeves, the more I realized how wonderful he is as a human being.
Oh yeah.
If there was any actor that I would meet, it would be Keanu Reeves.
Knox, something on
He's
your
such a humble
face.
guy.
He is.
The bar for hygiene's sake.
He doesn't even have to try. He's just
He's
a
such a wholesome
he's just a
guy.
wonderful dude.
Like, do you know how many people are like,
It's
please,
close.
doesn't like this with I don't know what you're talking about, man. We got friggin'
In Soviet Russia,
we have
they cast out
Joseph
witches.
Stalin over on DUI.
They cast out witches.
Keanu Reeves is part of USSR. You know, in John Wick, he is. Or is that USSR?
He no, that's Russia. That's not USSR.
No, I know. Isn't that what he is? And
no, he's not Russian.
or was it?
He was a contact for the Russian mob. That's all.
I
actually
got it as he was raised.
He actually might have been part of it.
Killed Kim Jong Un. I don't believe that.
I think he was actually part of the mob, and that's why he said when he said I want out, he they gave him an almost death wish mission just to see how committed you really are. I think that's a Russian mob thing.
Right.
But I don't think I need to say any more about why I enjoy John Wick so much.
Nothing needs to be said.
The
Money alone that it made is enough.
I had chills the entire time I was watching him in any action scene. He also
Why?
all right. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Let's see. Quest. We're going.
Okay.
Sorry
So
about that, guys.
Ready for more?
so anyway,
You bet.
the fight at the club is again one of my favorite cinema scenes that I've ever seen.
Yeah. That's another.
just because of
I know. I'm sorry.
all right, you know exactly where I'm going
Yes,
with it.
I know that. This is another reason why you didn't like John Wick 3 so much, because they didn't have the music.
There was
no club music.
There was
with the
not
fight
just
scenes.
not just club music. There was no it's the syncing his fighting to the music.
Yes.
I love when movies sync actions to music.
That's what you did with a lot of your music tribute videos.
Yes, that is where the
because
inspiration comes from.
That's why it's so good. And John Wick 1 and John Wick 2 did it perfectly. And
My jaw dropped when he was fighting along to the music.
And then they stopped doing that in John Wick 3. Like, that's part of what makes it so good. Why did you not do that?
Oh, I was so disappointed.
You know? If you guys have anything to say about John Wick 3, please let us know, because we love it. We want to talk about it.
I feel like the rest of the world still loves John Wick 3 and they see it as the best, but we're
really
not seeing it.
No. It's a good movie. It's a John Wick movie, but it's not, apart from that, a good movie. Like, they did so much worse with it. The fight scenes were still pretty good. It's just they put too much emphasis on
Much to look at.
oh, they're explaining everything all at once. Instead of you picking up the pieces and putting it together through little tiny bits of lore that's all throughout that you didn't need to know about, but it all helps.
I'd rather it stay mysterious because that's
time to get rich.
I'd rather it be mysterious because I feel like when I go into that movie, if I know anything, I feel like I should be dead. Like, and when they just come out and tell you, it's like, well, then there's no.
Well,
It's like, well, then where's the merit to it?
right.
Now I feel like everyone should know it. Just tell everyone. Put it on a billboard.
I need 50 stars.
Also, the scene where he finally tracks down Yosef and kills him. What's great about that scene is that he doesn't say anything. He corners him. He cuts off all ways of escaping, and then he just shoots him. He doesn't give any speech. He just finishes it.
Yeah.
He's like you're not worth words. It's over. It's done.
Wow.
Goodbye.
That was quick.
I love it. Love it.
John Wick is just so good.
Number 8 for me is a movie called Law Abiding Citizen.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's got Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx starring in it. I love Gerard Butler. He's one of my favorite actors.
That was quick.
It's a movie about a man who's lost everything. He's lost his family,
How have you all been
and
lately?
the murderer that he's trying to convict
Here's what's on the prowl.
ends up not
Come
getting
back
the full punishment because of how broken the justice system is.
Yeah.
And the lawyer, Gerard Butler's lawyer, Jamie Foxx, he's trying to like get him to understand. He's like, we got him 5 years in jail, and his accomplice is getting the chair, but you know, we could lose and not get anything. And,
Right.
but Gerard Butler just wants justice. He's lost his family to this guy. So instead, Gerard Butler's character goes on a one-man war to get revenge for him, and also just get revenge on the justice system, because
Right.
he's kind of gone insane throughout it, and you start to realize that. You want to cheer for him, but then you realize he's the bad guy. So then he comes up with this very unique and convoluted plan to the point where the police catch him and they put him in jail, and yet he's still so many steps ahead that while he's in jail, he's getting his revenge.
Right.
And it's a very good revenge movie, and I saw it when I was a little a little younger, when I was in middle school.
Right.
And I still loved it for what it was, and I can appreciate it a lot more as I'm older. So that's why it's on my top.
You
What's
saw a
that?
Durandal here? Holy crap.
'Cause, which
It's
one's that
the
do?
demon hunting ones.
Oh, okay. I feel like I remember them selling all the demon hunting weapons here.
Well, they're expensive, but I would get that for not, for sure.
Pleasure doing
We have a Radiant Lance and we have Orch Outcome. Gladio needs a better shield.
I feel like
See you later.
I've never seen any other recognition of two different versions of Law Abiding Citizen, so I really feel like maybe I dreamt it. But I could have swore I watched a version where it was much more gruesome than what's normally out there. But I don't know of an unrated version of Law Abiding Citizen, so I feel like I just imagined it. So it's just a fun fact about that movie and me.
Sure, there's a thing back here.
We've talked about Iron Giant.
Yep.
That was number 7. Number 6 will probably surprise you.
Okay.
Coraline.
Really?
Yes.
I never watched it, so I wouldn't know.
It's another Tim Burton movie, and it's another one of the movies where it's stop motion.
Yeah, I know what it is because my parents watched it, and my whole family watched it. I just didn't.
It's very dark. Like, when on the surface it's dark, but when you go into it when you look into it a little deeper, it's even darker. But when it was something about seeing the first trailer to that movie where I instantly said, I want to see this movie. I need to see this movie. And there's not many movies that do that to me. And Coraline is one of the rare ones. And even though I haven't seen it a whole lot, if that's the reason why it rates higher than, say, John Wick, or Iron Giant. Because if someone said, "Do you want to watch Coraline?" I'd be like, "Yes, I want to watch Coraline. Let's watch Coraline." Like, that's how much I love it.
Okay. I'm really surprised by that. Very honestly.
It's hard to explain, like, the real reasons why I like it. Like, it's just hard. Maybe it's because I'm just overexcited about it, but it's like hard to put into words why I like Coraline so much.
Mm-hmm. There were a few movies that I wrote down that I didn't mention, but honorable mentions for me were Baby Driver.
That's an honorable. That one was late to the party, but it did eventually make it on there.
So I was surprised at how good it was.
It's another movie where they mix music into the actions.
Another one, The Gray.
Oh yeah, that one didn't make it on there.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I think it. When I think about it, for me, it's a forgettable movie.
I guess so.
I like
still
it.
good.
I like it for Liam Neeson, but that's it. Other than that, it's just kind of. I put it on the same lines as The Shallows. Like, why the heck are the wolves still chasing them?
Right.
Why the heck is the shark still chasing this girl?
I also never.
Like, I don't get the point,
But
but I like.
This Means War.
Haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
No.
It's a good movie.
What's this? An egg?
What's it about?
Spy movie. It's two spies fall in love with the same girl, and they work together. They're like partners, and then it's called This Means War because then they try to kill each other.
Good luck. I'll send out.
And the chick is Reese Witherspoon, so it's like it's a comedy, but it's also an action movie.
I was planning on putting these vegetables
Thanks.
up for sale.
You get more colors,
I want y'all to
right?
have 'em. It's a token of my thanks.
No better place for that egg than with Wiz.
He
knows what he's doing.
Cool.
We gotta come back, guys.
Another one was
As soon as the chick hatches,
this is a Studio
cool.
Ghibli film, anime film. Princess Mononoke is my favorite one. This Means War was surprisingly good. Yes, it was. I watched it because I like Tom Hardy and I like Chris Pine, and I like Reese Witherspoon. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I watched it. And I'm like, this was surprisingly good. So that's the movie that I think you would greatly enjoy.
Probably.
Specifically because it's your kind of movie. You'd like the wacky spy squabbles. A lot of it does have, if I remember correctly, that they fight in sync with music.
I'm a sucker. I gotta watch Baby Driver again.
Yeah, I liked Baby Driver a lot.
I haven't seen it in a couple of years.
And there was another one. My favorite movie, Ink. It is an indie movie that came out in 2009 or 2011. I don't remember which one it was. But the best way I can describe it is a modern day version of a dark fairy tale that you would tell your kids at night.
Yeah, I'd see that.
Oh, let's go do that challenge real quick before we go to
The
Altisha.
Bandersnatches?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
If they were to turn the plot of the movie around and turn it into like, oh, this is just a story being told to the little girl as she's going to bed.
right.
It'd be a cop out, but it would make
Yeah.
sense because that's the vibe that movie has.
Right, but this movie it is my favorite movie so far of all time. It speaks to me in a way, and it's storytelling, and the action's good, storytelling is good. The only thing I have complained about is the very first word in the movie that is spoken. It's just the guy in his car, and he screams the F word. That's it. That's the start of the movie.
When I first saw,
And we're just like, oh, this is gonna be this.
yeah. When I first saw the movie,
But
the guy looked like Nick Cage, so I'm like, it's gonna be some corny movie where a guy is trying to be Nick Cage, isn't it? But
no,
it goes
it puts you
goes
in
a
that
whole different direction.
It puts you in that sense that, oh, it's gonna be one of those kinds of movies. that it's just going to be
Yeah.
F this, F that, and it wasn't. It had its swear words, but it made sense where they were used.
Yeah, they were merited.
Even that one, even the one at the very beginning, it was merited.
Yeah, because it comes back to it, and you're like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that warrants a long F word.
Yeah, it does. All right. Gentle dude.
Mental Gens.
Mental gens. Rebecca Lance over on YouTube says hello.
Hello, Rebecca. Welcome back. We are talking about our favorite movies. If anybody in chat would like to pitch in about their favorite movies, please do.
So. Please do so.
I'll move on to my fifth pick.
Okay.
Is Olympus Has Fallen. A lot of people,
I have seen that. I like that movie.
A lot of people don't because they just see it as a lackluster, Die Hard wannabe. Which it is.
I mean, it is, but
it is a Die Hard wannabe. Because now that I've seen Die Hard, I look at all these other movies and I'm like, this is Die Hard in the White House. This is Die Hard in a mall. This is Die Hard at an amusement park. Like, a lot of movies want to be, they try to be Die Hard, and I get that now. But it's still, it's got Gerard Butler in it, which I immediately liked it. I saw that movie by accident, actually. A friend of mine and I, we wanted to go see a movie. We were gonna go see Jack the Giant Slayer, I think it was called, but it was sold out. So we're like, all right, well now what? They're like, well, Oz, the mighty powerful Oz, or whatever it was, that's out. It's like we could go see that. And then she was like, well, there's this one about an action movie in the White House, and we're like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's go see that. And as it's starting to play, I see that it's Gerard Butler, and I'm like, this is gonna be an amazing movie. Mm-hmm. And it was Aaron Ackerman, I think his name is, the actor of Two-Face. And I was like, this is gonna be a great movie, because I liked him as Two-Face, and he plays a good president. And then Morgan Freeman was in it. I'm like, yep, we chose right.
You look a bit out of
Well,
sorts, Note.
You need to take
And
better
it's-
care of yourself.
It is a good action movie. I love it. I could just watch it over and over again.
You two were for.
The action is believable. The main character, Mike Banning, he doesn't play as some invincible man. That's what I like about action movies. Like the main character isn't invincible. They're vulnerable.
Rebecca Lance says Harry Potter, the one with Dobby, is my favorite. I can't cross the river?
That'd be the second one, right? But he's in like Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, because I was not a Harry Potter person. I didn't watch Harry Potter. I mean, I watched them, except for the last one, but I never got into it.
I only watched the
I
first.
didn't even read the books.
I only watched the first 4, and out of that, the third one was
Magic
my favorite.
Mike 1 and 2. I mean,
goodness.
oh goodness, stripper movies. Can I? What can you say?
What can you say?
What can you say?
It's that's if I was to explain all my favorite action movies to someone that wasn't an action movie fan.
Get out of the.
We all have our cup of teas. I do like Gabriel Iglesias' comedy sketch about his role in Magic Mike.
He was in Magic Mike.
He was a DJ in Magic Mike. He's got a comedy sketch on it, and it's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Like, he talks about how his conversation with Channing Tatum and how he got him on the movie, and what's his? He's Gabriel Iglesias has the biggest man crush for one of the actors on Magic Mike, and every time he talked to him, he just turned into a girl.
Beauty and the Beast.
The live action one or the cartoon?
Thanks for
I haven't
the
seen
ride.
the live action one.
Me neither.
Shall we camp here? We'll meet again.
Shall we camp here?
All sticky and gross.
Stupid spell check.
About time.
Booty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. That sounds like a porno, man.
Goodness gracious.
Not gonna lie.
Gaston was in two Beauty and the Beast movies. He was in Beauty
Oh,
and the Beast and Booty and the Beast.
Hardy
Where was
cut
that?
by
Yeah.
sunrise.
Yeah.
That's
That was the one
we-
we learned.
We also
We
learned
said
this.
we were eating that.
Ooh, Last Stand. That's good though. Yeah, we did say we were eating this. Look at the HP boost on that.
All 3 50 Shades of Grey. My friend April loves the 50 Shades of Grey movies. Again, that's if I was to say I love action movies to someone that wasn't for it.
Fast and the Furious,
Fast
all of them.
and Furious. I've never seen any of those.
I've only seen the first one, so I don't really know. Look at that tasty rice. Yeah.
I've played game levels inspired by Fast and the Furious. Does that count?
Hey, there's the boy. Hey! That one's pretty good.
But I think it goes to like from all this talk about us and our favorite movies, like it shows how it looks like they're holding hands.
I know. It's like
it shows like
to the chocobo.
it shows like how wide our tastes are and how wide our interests are.
This is the best one he's done so far.
That's really good. Save that. That'll be the next thumbnail.
Yeah. And I kind of like this one too. No, it's a kid's cartoon, guys. What is? It's a kid's cartoon.
Fast and Furious?
Kind of like that, but I'm not gonna say that. Well, that was the best selfie he's done so far with the group photo. Continue.
Good to go.
Number 4 was The Things. Number 3 is Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
I will tell there's not much more. Like,
Mac and Me. Is that a dog one?
wait, no, it's a kids movie, guys. I think is a movie. I think that's the title of a movie.
No, it's a kids cartoon, guys.
I think that's the title of a movie.
Oh.
I hope. Otherwise, I'm making a fool out of myself.
Wait, I'm gonna try going to this one more time because it said there was an error. Mac and Me. I'm not sure what that is.
I had a teacher in my cinema class that hated Tom Hanks with like a passion. Like she saw him as the Antichrist for some reason, and everybody would make fun of like why, you know, how she doesn't like it. But we were supposed to do like a big
There they are.
a big summary on one of our favorite pieces of cinema, and I chose Saving Private Ryan, and I got a bad grade for it, and I thought it was done fairly well. I put work into it, but I got a bad grade for it, and I think it was only because she didn't like Tom Hanks.
Dead guys.
But I was like, you know what? No, I'm being passionate about what I like. I love Saving Private Ryan.
I don't know I could go on and on, but I won't. Oh, please do. He gives us stuff to talk about. Right now
I think we talked mostly about why I enjoy Saving Private Ryan when you were talking about Hacksaw Ridge.
Muscles.
We were talking about Hacksaw Ridge and World War II movies. Like, I'm a huge sucker for World War II movies.
Listen.
Saving Private Ryan is just it really tells a tale about bonds of brotherhood and war. And it's very, very realistic. And the siege of Normandy and the D-Day fight at the beginning is another one of my favorite scenes of cinema.
Lion King is good too, the original Lion King.
I found out that it's not Nathan Lane as Timon in the new movie. It's some other dude from
Yeah, a lot of. I think I heard about that.
from some cartoon show.
Gladio. Get up, you lugard. Get up.
I understand, like, I finally understand why I really don't like Disney live-action movies. because a lot of them like
It's a money grab.
we'll use Lion King as an example. When you look at the original animation and you look at the new CGI, the biggest difference is that the new CGI makes them look like animals, and you can't really get a sense of feel about what the characters are feeling and the emotions that they're feeling from the face of a real live animal.
Right.
It just you look at it and like that lion wants to eat me, or that baboon wants to eat me. You look at the original face of Rafiki, and he looks like a friendly, wise old goofy monkey.
Right.
But the new CGI, they make him look like a baboon. That's scary. It
Baboons are scary
He doesn't look
animals,
like
dude.
he doesn't look like a friend. He looks like a murdering animal.
Yeah, 'cause that's what baboons are supposed to look
And
like.
that's my
I get that.
That's my biggest problem with the new CGI. I found out is that you make him look realistic, and that's a bad move. It's an awful move.
How dare you?
Jeez, scooted across the ground like you were on ice.
That's what it does best. Cast light.
I watched someone make a movie about that exact same topic, and they showed a side comparison of the first Toy Story and the newest Toy Story. They kept the same animation, but all the different details that they were able to implement with all the newer technology. Like if we could get the old animation of say Lion King, but remake it, but remaster it with the new animation technology we have, that would be a better choice than a live action CGI, in my opinion. That's where I stand on the whole live action debate. Like if they make a live action Pinocchio remake, it's gonna look disgusting.
Good God.
Just saying.
They already did that many years ago.
It wasn't based off of the Disney version though, but I remember that even being a little scary. Like unfortunately, it's gonna take more than just well-named actors to make these Disney remakes work.
There's a paragraph here.
Emo Diva says, yeah, the part in the original when the wildebeest start coming down the ridge and the camera zooms in on Simba looking scared made me feel scared as a kid every time. That didn't happen in the new one. Because it's much more harder to show emotion on a real lion cub. Because a real lion cub can't look scared. An animated lion cub can look scared. And yeah, Simba in the original looks freaking terrified.
It is time for you to stay down.
In the original, every facial expression that Scar makes, it's like that guy's planning something. Whereas in the live action, I'm sure he had to say after every line, "I'm planning something. I'm mischievous. Look at me."
And that's the thing too. A lot of people said that Scar looked terrifying in the new one. Total clarity. You guys see the Final Destination?
Plus, they completely butchered my favorite song. Which one was that? I'm gonna guess it was Hakuna Matata. What do you guys think of the Final Destination? I've only ever seen one.
Yeah, I've seen 1 and 2, and I was just, I'm like, okay, creative ways to die. Cool. Put it in Dead Space. Basically, that's what Dead Space is. It's Final Destination in space.
Yeah. It's like, how many ways can we brutally kill this main character? Speaking of which, the second Dead Space 2 is demanding a playthrough from me. It's been a while. I like the second one. It was
Where are
scary.
you going?
No, Hakuna Matata. Alright, what is your favorite song that they butchered?
Die!
And we're gonna get a lot of that with the Mulan remake.
Oh, God,
unfortunately.
Don't even
They're gonna
speak.
butcher every song. They're gonna butcher it, shred it up, and Just throw it in the garbage. They're not even gonna serve it. Cluck strikes 12.
No! No! My damage! My
Did you
damage!
lose it already? What happened?
It's alright.
I like how Scar looked, but he didn't even sing all of Be Prepared. That's a fan favorite song for a
know.
lot of people. They love Be Prepared. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, it's a cool song. It's dark. Is this the bass drop?
Sounds like someone's in a good mood.
I swear that's new.
It is new. I've never heard it before. I always heard the cheeky one.
I don't think Mulan is even going to have songs. They say they're not going to.
That's what I mean. They're getting rid. They're scrapping them all.
Alright. We're going to return to Sid since we did all the things we wanted to set out to do. We're going to make our way to Altisha. And it is 1:20. So I want to get this done.
When do you have to leave?
I have to leave by 3.
By 3. Okay.
So hopefully, well, I mean, we have to be done by 3. I
Right,
have to
right,
leave
right.
By 3.
Right. Number 2 on my list is an old Clint Eastwood movie called Kelly's Heroes.
I forgot about Clint Eastwood movies. I didn't even think about putting those on.
It's another World War II movie, but it's a lot more comedic.
Mhm.
My dad showed it to me when I was younger, and I immediately attached onto it. And he's even surprised on how much I attached onto it because that was one of his favorite movies. So I think he always liked how I enjoyed one of his favorite things. But it's a movie where Clint Eastwood gets together this ragtag group of soldiers, and they go on this bank heist behind enemy lines. But a lot of I think it's more comedy than it is action. It's got some really good action sequences in it, but it's more comedy and more all the characters are. There's something about all the characters that's lovable about them, and that's what I like about it. Like you got the Sarge that is he's just fed up with everything, but he still loves all his men and he cares about all his men, even though they annoy the hell out of him. And then Kelly's just Kelly, who is Clint Eastwood's character. He's just the cool, calm, and collected. He's just Clint Eastwood.
Yep. Yeah.
Oddball. He's just this hippie tank driver that
Yeah.
he's just a funny, lovable character.
Ugh, his mouth.
Not too far.
Ugh, what is
On
going
the hunt
on
for
here?
some high quality produce. You have a great plot, perfect for growing all sorts of produce. Any
Why are you
chance you'd be
here?
willing to part with some?
You belong in
good
some
deal.
office building. Why are you here right now?
That's what we want to make.
Right. That's
So
it.
we're gonna do that.
These greens look great.
What about Hocus
My
Pocus?
cooks and customers are gonna
I
don't remember it.
I haven't seen
Because-
it all the way through. I've seen key bits and pieces. But get this. You might love this story. When I was at Disney, I went there for the Halloween party, and me and my girlfriend at the time, we dressed up and we were walking around the Magic Kingdom during this big Halloween party, and it was fantastic. The parade was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And then we go to the concert show, and they were using this Halloween party to give shout outs to all of the villains of Disney. So in this concert, the 3 witches, the Anderson sisters, if I'm wrong, don't yell at me, but the 3 witches, Sanderson sisters, that's it, sorry. They were up on the stage and they were doing their lines and they were singing songs and all that, and then they wanted to gather up all of these getting ready to set sail. They were summoning all of these Disney villains, And every time a new Disney villain would come up, they would sing their signature song. Like the voodoo villain from Frog Princess, he came in and he sang his song of "I Got Friends on the Other Side." And then Oogie Boogie came in and he sang his song. And then Maleficent came in, and then she sang her own song. And they kept summoning in more and more villains. And then at the very end, the three sisters, they sang "I'll Put a Spell on You," and there was a live action version of all the Disney villains and the witches singing "I'll Put a Spell on You." And they put in fireworks and pyro and pyrotechnics. It was phenomenal. Like, I couldn't have asked for like anything cooler. But oh my gosh, anybody that brings up Hocus Pocus, I always tell that story. Hey, Cor, how you been?
Hey, Cor.
Sanderson sisters, yeah. Got it the second time.
Something I gotta get off my chest. What's that?
But even now, I still haven't seen all of Hocus
I wasn't
Pocus.
there for your father.
I've always seen bits and pieces of it.
I swore an oath to protect the king, but I wasn't strong enough to uphold it.
That's okay, Cor. Life happens, right?
It's cool. We get by.
Yeah.
What about Suicide Squad?
Never watched it.
Never seen it.
I heard there were really good scenes in it, but other than that, the movie was garbage.
Your dad showed us what he said was the only good scene in it,
I do.
which
Yeah,
was that.
I didn't even see
what
that
was
scene
it,
yet.
the El Diablo scene.
I think it was the Diablo. scene or
Diablo.
something.
But yeah, other than that, I kept hearing that it was meh.
It hurts like hell.
That one I love. I haven't seen it, so I can't give my opinion on it, but I've heard it was,
me neither.
it was terrible.
I feel like they rushed it too much because they wanted so badly to make their own Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and they just didn't think on it too well.
Right.
I've seen that a Suicide Squad movie can be done well because they did really good with Assault on Arkham animation movie. So it can be done well. Just needs a little more thinking.
All right, let's set sail.
I'm down to my honorable mentions.
You can never have
I
too
want
many
it.
tools.
Kung Fury
Here,
was
learn to
almost
wield not only
number
weapons,
10.
but magic as well.
What was?
Kung Fury. It was almost number 10,
remember,
but I
there's
thought about it.
a
I'm like,
force that doesn't
I
discriminate.
can't
I
really
didn't
count
put
it.
that on my list because I knew you were going to talk about
I
it.
can't really count it as a movie, so it can't be on the top 10. But it is
Waiting for an invitation.
wonderful.
Get your asses on board.
I think it's the quickest I've laughed at anything.
And it's a half an hour long.
It is a half an hour parody movie. It's barely even a movie.
And I hope they make a second one.
I made it
Please, come back soon.
15 seconds. I'd have to say it's 15 seconds that I made it before losing it. And that's when the dude kick flips the police car. I lost it. What I love talking about that movie is that you said you're gonna love it, and I was so prepared to love it. And in 15 seconds, I loved it. That's how ready I was.
My mom does this game with me when she sees me. Guess that movie, so I know a lot of them, and she has a big collection of movies. As opposed to my parents who are just like, watch this movie.
They're just
I'm
like, we're gonna
"All
watch a
right."
movie. Get out here.
Or hey, we're going to the theater. I'm like, okay. Oh, it's a knocked, huh? It's like they want you to save that. for
Yeah.
them, So.
Ay.
Hey.
Too many of their eyes are closed. I don't like it.
I don't like the lighting. Poor
Bye.
guys. Bye. Yeah, bye.
Catch you never. So Kung Fury is at least an honorable mention.
Yeah, that's the last time we see her, I think.
Frozen was an honorable mention. It's my favorite Disney movie, and I love watching it. I love any chance I get to watch it, but I haven't seen it enough to warrant it as a top 10.
Noctis receives a warm send-off as he sets sail for Altissia in high spirits. The prince goes forth ostensibly to seek the blessings of the Hydrian, which will enable him to challenge the Empire's might. But his true heart's desire is to find Luna Freya, his betrothed.
And so he shall.
He'll find her all right.
I put all of Tolkien's movies as just one category.
That's
in
like
my-
I
in
said.
my
Like
honorable
they all.
mentions.
There is no one that's better than the other. There really isn't. They're all great, and they're all equally great. Even the Hobbit movies, they all are in the same category.
Yeah.
Like when I forget who directed them, but when
Peter Jackson?
Peter Jackson, yeah. When he did them all, you could tell he was like, I want these all to be that great.
The wedding day arrives.
And they were all that great.
This is a different scene. I don't remember this scene.
Of course.
Like-
we've come for the
Oh, I
Hydrian.
remember this now.
And you
Like the Fellowship of the Ring is great. Two Towers was okay. The only part I really liked about Two Towers was the Battle of Helm's Deep, and I love it so much. But all the rest is kind of forgettable. Return of the King is great. All the Hobbit movies are wonderful, and I wanna remind you of one of my favorite scenes from
that obstinate secretary.
the second Hobbit movie is when he realizes that he's woken up Smaug, and he's like, I've just woken up something 10 times the size of me.
And he just goes,
I don't know what to do. I give up. he doesn't try to run away. He just sits he just sits and puts his hand on his face to ponder. He's like, I'm in it deep. Oh dear.
I've always wanted to go sail
Like I love that body language.
out here. It's just us and the horizon.
he's a great
Oh
actor.
goodness.
We've quite a ways to go until we reach Altissia.
It's like I can't scream, I can't run.
To your heart's content.
What do I do?
When we step off
That's
the
it.
boat, we'll be in a foreign country.
The anticipation alone is a
The
sensation.
the Indiana Jones and Last Crusade movie, I really enjoy. It's my favorite out of the four.
So next on the docket is Leviathan.
And it was like Indiana Jones growing up as a kid was like one of my biggest role models. So I think that's why it belongs in my honorable mentions, but it doesn't belong in my top 10 because again, it's a childhood it's a childhood movie, so it kind of it would give it a free pass,
Right.
I think.
Don't like this going down on Imperial turf.
And I mentioned Starship Troopers and I mentioned Baby Driver, and the only one I have left is The Ritual.
Oh, that's right, The Ritual. I forgot about that, but
It's
a great movie.
It was on my top 10 list, but then I realized, like thinking more about it and trying to get the actual ones in there, I realized that I only like the parts of The Ritual before they get to the village. Once they get to the village, it just drops off for me, and that's usually when I stop watching. So to knock off that much of the movie doesn't put it in the top 10, but it does belong in a list of one of my favorite movies.
It's a great horror movie.
It is.
Seems he lost his old one and
It's a
And
movie
it's
that
a Netflix original.
It's a movie that doesn't throw the monster in your face, doesn't catch you with a whole bunch of jump scares. It's steady fear.
Suddenly came to command Niflheim's army.
Now that you mention it, his strength did seem sort of
As a wiser man once said, there's that type of fear where the monster's standing right behind you, and you know for sure that he's just gonna go boogie woogie woo at any second, but you're afraid to turn around because he might stick his finger
the
in your
Yahtzee-
eye.
the Yahtzee reference? Yeah.
He chose much more scandalous words than finger, but you know,
power of kings.
as a wiser man once said.
I have my doubts. Ravus wears the sword, yet doesn't wield it.
For all his newfound powers, he's still the chancellor.
That's all I've got for movies though.
The enemy king's sword like some
It was a
badge of honor.
good discussion.
Nice long-
Lasted nice and long.
Nice long conversation. I wanted it to be a good long conversation because I think a lot of the ones that we usually have, we skip through it because we like want to focus on the game or something.
To be fair,
But there are some conversations that deserve an in-depth talk.
right. To be fair, it's a good thing we got out of the way when we did, because we're about to go do something that we're going to be so enthused about.
We're gonna be pretty
We're gonna
invested
be
about,
driven into this thing.
and I think
Peter's gonna have us on a freaking blacklist.
I think it's what we're gonna be stuck on for the last hour.
probably.
I don't think we're gonna do any questing in Altissia. We'll have to save that for next stream.
No, next stream is probably gonna be the finishing Altissia, including the battle with Leviathan, and doing the first part of episode Ignis.
Yeah,
And that will probably be all the stream.
Altissia's gonna take that long.
Altissia takes a good hour or two. There's a lot of content in Altissia.
Gotcha.
There's a few hunts, there's story, there's the battle, and then we got all of episode Ignis, or at least the first.
Yeah,
First.
the canon part of episode Ignis.
So yeah, there's a lot to do in Altissia.
Okay.
So that will take us a good long while. And episode Ignis is probably going to take good 2 hours. Probably.
If we do
If
we
we're
do
doing any
everything
side, yeah.
if we do everything in it, then yes, it'll take about 2 hours.
I don't know if we're going to do everything in it, because I've already got everything in it before. But it could be fun.
I mean, it's just more Ignis gameplay.
Ignis, the best. But yes, if any of you guys have more movies that you would like to discuss while we're at it, before we lose ourselves in gambling, please let us know. We would love to discuss things.
I did have discussing favorite movies as one of our stream topics, so we can officially cross that one off the list.
Okay.
But you wouldn't guess that, seeing her now.
Not at all. She's always so cheerful.
And talking about it makes me
Tell you how far she's come.
really want to watch a lot of these old movies, like especially Baby Driver. I want to see that one again now so badly.
Stayed a good while.
We have it at the house.
Big old city.
Feel free to stop by. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I will have to say I enjoy that movie too, but I enjoy Advent Children Complete even more because it's still new to me, because I got it only a few years ago. I got Advent Children when it first came out, but then I got Advent Children Complete only like 2 or 3 years ago, because I'd been wanting to see it for the longest time because it had extra content and Zack Fair in it. And I was like, yes. So yes, Advent Children Complete specifically.
I only saw it. I want to say once, but maybe I've seen
I think
it
you've seen
twice.
it twice.
Yeah, I think I've seen it twice.
But even you said it was like, this is surprisingly good.
It was really
you're
good.
You're not in the second. The director's cut is the best. I'm assuming
That might be the complete version.
That might be the complete version. Because that's the one I have. It literally says Advent Children Complete. It's not AC, it's ACC.
That's kind of like when you're talking about Final Fantasy 12. So you got 12, and then you got 12 Zodiac Age. Two different games.
Yeah, well, they are. But you got 12, and then you got 12 IZJS, which is the International Zodiac Job System, which was still in the PS2 era. And then over a decade later, you get Zodiac Age.
I remember
Final Fantasy 12 ZA.
I remember how cool it was, like seeing that headline in like I don't remember where. I think I saw it on like Facebook or something. It was this adverb of the picture of Vaughn with the fruit in his hand. He's got the bag over his shoulder, and it's like Square Enix is releasing a remastered 12, and it was like they looked at 12 first before any other more popular one. It's like, it was exciting.
I was really excited because I had been wanting the international version when I was still playing it on PS2. But I never got it because you need an international PlayStation to play it. You needed an entirely different coded PS2 in order to play that game.
Have an entry permit?
So,
Entry permit?
Relax.
and then they came out with the Zodiac Age, which is essentially the same game,
That's as old as they get.
IZGS.
In order, you may pass.
And I was so happy. In fact, my next challenge is going to be playing it on weak mode. In order to get weak mode, because they had, in the original game, they had the 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3 challenge, which was starting everybody not gaining any experience for the entirety of the game. In order to do that, you had to equip Fireflies because that prevented you from gaining experience.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because it's possible and it's a fun challenge, and I've played the game so many times, I've never done that challenge, and I want to do that challenge because I love the game so much.
I guess the same can be said about for me in Last of Us. They don't really
Look at this city.
there's no really
Look at this city.
there's not many built-in challenges except higher difficulty, but I've created challenges for myself. I do it on survival mode. I don't use listen mode. I take off the HUD and I take off the reticle, and that's how I play.
Right.
Barely.
That's a game I want to play again because I haven't played it in a while.
I'm also due for that.
Which is why we can't traverse the
Due
town
for
by
another playthrough.
conventional means. We'll need to
I'm glad I'm playing this again because I'm enjoying the playthrough. But I just finished playing 12 again. But now I'm so set on doing a weak mode challenge that before I came up with that idea, I started playing Final Fantasy V again because every time I got to a certain point, the game would lock up or something happen. You know how that is.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it again because that's also another one of my favorite games. It's super fun to play because it's always different.
Wisdom alone.
There's so many job combinations. It's amazing.
So get out there and see the world, you hear?
So there's that. But yeah, the next challenge that I'm going to challenge myself with. Thanks. All right, we need to go
What's next?
specifically on one of these lines. This one, I think. Or maybe we have to wait.
Jeez, I always forget how big this place is.
I think it's this line that we go to, or maybe it's no. I think it's this line that we have to go to.
Just listen for the shouts and cheers.
There's still more?
Excuse me.
Sir,
Sir, what is the purpose of your
Purpose,
Ignis,
We're getting married.
Ignis. You're getting all mine. You're getting all the experience here.
a little help?
utterly hopeless?
That's right.
We are scholars of the culinary arts, and we've come to study the renowned cuisine of your fair nation.
Is that so?
You said
I
smart
wish
things.
would
I believe you.
Another one you owe me.
That look.
Yes.
He's just like,
Another one you owe me. What?
You want to check Westcomb's place out?
Yeah. Let's
what's the
all go
purpose
to
of your
Moscow.
visit? I'm getting married.
We'll even make it in time for tea.
And we'd better start looking now.
Shop till you drop.
They're finally getting married. They're
Finally getting married.
They're finally getting married. Look at all these presents. They're finally getting married. I'm finally getting married. Finally getting married at the party in Agrabah. There's a party in Agrabah.
Wanna check it out?
There's a party going on now. There's a party. Help me. Can't stop myself.
True enough.
Somebody rub the lamp.
Somebody rubbed all in.
Ah, that's enough.
Any other movies for everybody?
I just fell into like a vortex for a second there.
Do you have it? You don't.
What are you looking for?
Hello, boys.
Final Fantasy
Feel free to
10.
browse at your leisure.
Oh, right. It's got to be at a gas station that we just missed.
Stop by again sometime.
Or it might be here. Can I warp? Nope. I have to go across the bridge. Like
reveal that you were king.
Sure we can.
Excuse me.
This is where the Moogle Chocobo Carnival is at.
Do you reveal that you're king here?
You might.
It's like, by the way, I'm king. Give me your things for free.
Hey, cactus.
How are you today? Thank you.
Iron Chef's.
Golden
Recipe.
Chocobo Tart. Cheesecake.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Type 0. I didn't know that they had this music. Bless you.
Was it? It rejects even the smallest speck of dirt. It's 20,000 gil for having no dirt on your good burger.
Till next time.
Welcome to
That's
Good
a
Burger.
that's a
Home of the
classic.
Good Burger.
What's up, Iggy? I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to try it.
Ooh, that one has the orange too.
Huh.
Which one looks the best? Hold on. I'm sorry.
I've never seen Good Burger.
Choco.
Pizza.
I can make that.
That's not
That's
it.
not it though.
That's not it.
That's the chocobo one. Decreases damage of fishing line. Okay, cool. And then there was
I bet
the-
you I could eat crate loads of that and I would still suck at fishing.
Where's the tart? This. Is this it? No. Where is it? I don't have it. But I have the berries. I don't know, man.
Doesn't what's his face?
Hey,
Lee?
Doct!
Doesn't Lee have
See
to make
that?
it?
What about it?
Gondola.
Care for a ride?
On the law.
Doesn't that the guy at this cooking stand? Doesn't he make it for you?
Maybe. I know we have to go there.
He's
We're
our
not-
contact.
We're not waiting for this. We're not.
Gondola.
Yes,
Have
we're
you
not-
ever
we're not-
wanted to ride on a boat?
Right.
Look at me now. I own a boat.
And there it is, friends. The ugly truth. Your children. I would say that if we weren't so family friendly. I would do the whole thing because I love it.
Welcome to Accordo, lads. Sid mentioned you'd be dropping in. Wescom Armor, as you gathered. My
Steve
word,
Harvey.
Grown little prince.
Steve
But
Harvey.
of course,
Oh,
you were only
That
a
reminds me.
babe at the time.
Yeah.
Shop till you
I've
drop.
beaten a few games that I've been meaning to beat for my summer cleanup list.
Okay.
Update on
Hey there.
Marshall's
Have a
summer
good look.
cleanup list progress. I've beaten
Lovely.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, which
Come back anytime.
it's a good open world game to play with friends.
What's what?
Even if you're playing alone, it can get like you can get drawn in and just lose track of time just doing quests. It can get really hard if you manually increase the difficulty. Like it gets punishingly hard. You take one bullet and you're done.
So this is your maiden visit.
But
You
the
doubtless have many
ending
questions. So,
I wasn't very impressed with.
The Empire is
Like
you're aware.
I wish it had gone a different way. Like I was it looked like it was going to go a different way, but it didn't.
It's
And I was just kind of
a
left
one-sided arrangement.
meh.
Most everything would, and
So,
they wouldn't knowingly permit
disappointed
the
on the
oracle to
ending,
appear before the
Unfortunately,
public.
since it's fairly new, I won't say what it is. I beat Mafia 3 finally. After
Putting it away
after
for so
giving
long.
up on it,
We do.
picking it
Sometimes
back
as a
up,
familiar
and
presence,
eventually beating it,
though the high
I'm
command
glad that I picked it back up.
so
Because it was
soon
much
after
the further I went, the much better it got. And there's a guy that I don't know his name, the voice actor name, but he plays a guy named
the media has been
Donovan?
conspicuous. That certainly
Walter
explained the
Donovan, I
rumors of
think.
de-
No, not Walter. John Donovan. Jonathan Donovan.
Jonathan Donovan.
I only remember him mostly as Donovan, but he plays a CIA agent, and that guy's voice delivery is amazing. Like, it. I don't know if he's crazy or if he's the smartest guy in the room. Like that's how he projects his this chick. Like that's how he projects his lines. And there's this one scene at the end credits
I won't waste your time.
where he just delivers this last masterful performance. and it was incredible.
You should
Like I
know.
loved it.
We have Lady Lunafreya.
And he's got to
in
be
our care.
he's got to be up there as one of my favorite voice
And
actors now.
The Empire demands. What? Yet I am loath to acquiesce.
The game
unless
has
we
multiple
stand to
endings.
profit.
The
Hence
one
I've
I
come to
chose
discuss
got me
terms with the King of Lucis.
an ending that I didn't
If
want.
you've a mind to
And I
talk,
don't know why I got
come
it,
to my estate.
because as you play, you have 3 lieutenants. And as you take over districts, you can give a district to each lieutenant. And depending on who gets what, you'll get different favors. And if you neglect a certain lieutenant, they'll turn on you, and you'll have to get rid of them.
We'll do just that.
But the lieutenant that
How about the cafe?
got the ending in the end,
Splendid.
they
Where are
weren't
we off?
given, like they didn't have the most districts. So I don't know why they got the ending. And I hated their ending. It was awful. And then I decided to do a different ending, and that one was much better.
You might show up.
But there's several different endings that you can get.
What brings you here today?
And then I beat Days Gone.
Oh, you did?
I did.
How was that?
It was
I
good.
can recommend
It was very good.
anything on the menu.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. We don't have 300,000 kill.
I suppose we don't. I know how we can get 300,000.
I do too. I know exactly how we can get it. But which one do we want to eat? Death Define, Resistant Experience Boost, Frostproof, Toadproof.
I'll give Days Gone credit, as in when it comes to the story, it kept playing itself up as
Just a moment then,
predictable,
lads.
but then even then it threw fast ones on you.
Bon appetit.
So
That's lasagna.
most of the moments, excuse me, my God, most of the moments they threw a fastball at me. I was like, this is gonna happen, and then it didn't. Something else happened. I was like, oh,
Be forewarned.
never mind. I'll shut
This
my mouth.
won't be a test of luck, but of skill.
We're just going to set these hunts for next time.
But I was satisfied with it in the end. I don't
It's in your hands now, lads.
I don't know if it'll have to be a long while before I think I'll play it again.
Right.
That ought to tide you over for a bit.
So I guess in terms of replayability, it's not that high up there. Like once you've beaten it, you feel satisfied that you're like, all right, I've seen it all. I don't need to see anything else. I'm good.
Wishing you lads
All right.
a safe return.
Now we need to go to the gondola with... I don't know how to get there.
I also love Deacon's voice actor.
That was Deacon?
Not Deacon,
No,
but
Deacon.
the guy's name was Deacon. I like his voice actor because he's very believable in terms of someone trying to stay sane in an apocalypse. Like the moments where he talks to himself, I think is a very believable trait when you're just out there on your own.
I don't know where to go. So we're gonna go there.
Gondola.
No. Gondola.
Snap a glare at him.
Kill.
A pleasure.
Cool. Did I mention that I started watching that again?
You finished it. With me.
Did I mention that I started watching that again?
Tiana.
Ahead lies
Oh,
a
you watched
future
it? No, you
Yes.
didn't.
I
Yet
started
sure
watching it
is
again.
The astral memory, wherein the king may walk.
Hi, Gentiana. I mean Shiva. I mean Gentiana. Hey, we weren't able to do that before. Why would we? Cool.
Well, guess we need to go talk to Camellia.
Yeah.
Oh, now I have to go
Any other
up
option?
here, I
There's
believe.
no telling how events will unfold. Let us
Think.
prepare before making our
Yes,
way.
this way.
Yeah, she can sit tight a while.
There's a shop down there.
I was told that their company was under an arson attack. Is that true?
See that knocked?
The people that made Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Their office
They-
was victim
yeah.
to an arson.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. They lost all their progress on everything. They're starting over from scratch, but they're determined to
They love
There
it.
you are.
They love it just as much as their fans. Yeah, this is
Hey,
sketchy.
Weapons, you've come to the right place.
Look how useless.
But it heals ya.
Those heal ya.
It heals ya pretty good there. That's too bad though. Like, they said that there were people missing
Again.
for a while after the fire. I haven't read up on anything beyond that though, so I don't know if they sorted it out.
Okay, I believe it's this one. So we need to go this way.
What looks like an arena?
It's that one down there. So we're going to. Yes, you get it. Oh, why is the gondola up?
Gondola. For a second I thought that said spit.
Spit.
Spit CX. Someone just spits in a vial.
Alright, need to go upstairs. Towards the gondola. Your bounty only comes out at night. We're not here for bounties. Not right now. Even though we could kill them right now.
Evening already?
Not what we're here
Time
for
flies when
right
you're
now.
having fun.
Is this fun though? We're lost in a city.
No.
This isn't fun.
No, I know where we're going. Trust me. We're here
So,
to waste
At
money.
the gondola.
We are here to waste money.
Gotta lose money to gain money.
That's right. And we're gonna gain money. Probably not a lot, but we're gonna gain money. Like I said, we're gonna be on PETA's blacklist after
fantastic.
this.
Call when you need a ride back.
We got so into this the very first time. Not even expecting to.
No, we didn't even know what it was.
Right, there's a shop down there, and there's the gondola. So we have to go, I think, downstairs. It's raining at night.
Next stop, Lady Luna Freya's wedding dress. Let's take the gondola back. Sounds like we've gone
There you
off
are.
track.
I'm looking right at you.
It was like, wait, excuse. Noctis stops and he's like, "Where are you going?"
We need these horns!
Oh yeah, we need them. Get them. All of them.
We gotta sell.
You can't afford it.
No.
How much were they? It was only like 2,000.
They were expensive.
We'll make that money back. I hope.
Appreciate
You
your
know who to
business.
bet on. Thieves' Way.
Thieves Way 2? Oh, I don't remember getting that.
You got me.
Sorry, we're just selling stuff right now.
I have a new favorite meme.
Oh, no.
Also, for some reason, like I'm finding the Ricardo meme less tasteless. I don't know what it is.
Because it's funny.
I saw a few skits where it was used in an actually comedic way, and I was like, all right, that was funny.
Yeah.
Maybe it's his smirk.
It's his cocky smirk.
God. Like there was this big Lego sculpture that a guy slowly opens, and it's this large concert where all these little Lego figures are watching.
Yeah, I
and
saw
lo
that
and
one,
behold,
yeah.
they're watching Ricardo. It's like, all right, you got me. But I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege, and it's the meme where a guy walks into this room and he sits down. And he looks at something. Yeah, he looks at that, or he looks at some like scandalous anime thing.
Yeah.
Like for instance, that scene where Kana is about to like become one with Saikawa, and they stop it right before
They
right,
burst in.
Yeah, right before they burst in, it stops it, and then you just hear them pounding on the door. It's like, FBI, FBI, open up, and the entire room explodes. Like I love those. I have more of an appreciation for that meme now.
I think we have enough money.
There was also this really funny one that I saw last night. A kid, this guy goes to take a drink of water, and then he gets an achievement unlocked above his head. It says achievement unlocked, becoming Batman, and he looks up and he's like, Mom, Dad, and then that's it.
That's good.
Like the puzzled look on his face is perfect.
That's good.
I apologize, I'm talking so much, I'm losing my voice.
Okay, I think we have
Enough to pay for the horns and a couple nights of betting. Oh, those are more expensive than I thought.
Yeah.
Appreciate your business.
That translated to like 2,000 in my head.
We just wasted so much
Oh
money.
my god. But we need them.
We do.
They're crucial.
But we need more money now. We need a lot more money.
Sell everything we own. And then double
Sell everything.
and then double down on gambling.
Look how many Mega Phoenixes we have. But we need those. Oh man. Let's see. Horn of Madness. We just need enough to tide us over for a bit. Alright, we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Sorry. We really don't. We can always get more.
I spoke his name and now I have visions of Ricardo flashing through my head.
That's what happened, my guy.
It's not right. That's what I didn't want. I didn't want that to happen. I saw what it did to you.
Because it was funny. It's a great meme. I don't care what anyone says. Gondola. Gondola. It's time. It's time.
Where are we off to?
Marsh. It's time. We're doing it. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see it.
We have to enjoy the ride.
No. Please.
It's like, weigh your pockets, boys. We're doubling down.
It won't let me skip.
I like how it's got comforters and couches in this gondola. This is one classy gondola.
Can I please skip this?
He's not even singing.
He knows what we're doing. He doesn't get paid enough for this. It's just these fools.
It's got a Treno vibe about it, doesn't it?
It's got a Treno vibe. Italian and French architecture and culture.
Like, especially that tower with the bell that we passed. Like, it just said Treno to me.
Yeah. I think this was a good homage to Treno in a way. Because Treno was such a prominent part.
You can get a pretty good view from here.
Toto Mostro!
When's the next bout gonna start? This instrument we got, what is it?
Gridantes, I believe they're called.
Alright. Because I'm the bad guy here. With when it comes to your bad impulses. You're in charge.
Okay.
But I'm your bad conscience, okay?
All right. You're the devil on my shoulder.
Get.
Yes.
Okay.
Fortitude, cleansing, madness, resolve, tenacity.
Wager. Wait, what are the prizes first? I want to see the prizes. We want that Magitech generator. Why?
Heck yeah.
Eradicates the need for fuel.
Yes.
And what's the exhaust manifold? Multi-cylinder flammable gas. Optimized power output.
Deals fire type elemental damage to enemies while jumping.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that's different. That The Enforcer's, I think, a really good one.
Is it better than Lionheart?
I think it's better than Lionheart. And I think Precision Lances. Yep, that's much better.
Look at all this great fishing gear.
Turbocharger.
70 miles per hour.
Yeah, we want the
yes.
turbocharger. That's the one we want first.
Yes, sir.
The Lil Melon, I think, was something we want for fishing. But first thing we want is that turbocharger.
All right.
And mythic color samples, dude. That's a lot of points. We want that one ingredient, but the first thing we want is the turbocharger.
Okay.
We can get the turbocharger. Oh, we have to wager.
Yeah.
first.
Oh, we have to buy medals. More.
Yeah, we'll go
Okay.
to 2,000.
All right. Here
We
go.
start out small, and then we make our money back.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. Wager.
Yes.
Scorpion.
Ronin. Okay, what? All right, go back.
Okay. His condition isn't that good.
No, we want. I would say the Crazy Horns.
Yeah.
Wager 300.
300.
300.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And
Let's get in there.
let's go. We need a name for him.
Sugarpuff.
Sugarpuff. Sugar, not Sugarpuff. Sugarpuff.
Sugarpuff.
Sugarpuff. Kill it.
Get in there. It's blindsiding.
Oh. No. No.
Fortitude.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh god. Okay, Ronin's down.
Good.
Oh god.
Wow.
Can I get another fortitude? No, I can't.
It'll
Oh,
show up.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. We're hanging in. Oh, we got the Reaper King. Okay, one more. Yes! Oh,
we
boy.
did it. Yeah. Yeah.
Brutal beasties in a boat to the death.
Sharp air day.
Sharper
hate
day.
Hate you not this, but love you.
Okay. All right. Goblins, 2 of them, and brass necks.
Oh, those are low levels. What are the horns?
The odds are against these guys.
They're against those guys.
Oh, okay. Higher odds.
Higher
are-
odds means that it's against them.
and then it's a higher bet.
Yeah.
Like you'll get more. Okay.
I would go with the horns.
The horns.
Yeah. There's 2 of them. They're in top condition. They're higher level. I'd go with those. Roxy Bretschman. Hello over on YouTube.
Hello,
With hearts.
Roxy.
Hello, Roxy. Thank you for joining us. We are now going to be betting
We're
and becoming.
we're
on
going to
Peter's
spend the
blacklist.
last hour of the stream betting on
Yeah,
these
bet on those.
beasties.
Bet on those.
Okay.
Always bet on black.
Bet on that.
800.
800.
800.
800.
8 hundos. I'm feeling it. All right. The other one was Sugar
Sugarpuff.
Sugarpuff. And who are these 2?
Old Dan and Little Ann.
Old Dan, Little Ann. Stop that.
He's juking you. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like
Get
that.
in there. Double team. Ooh. Double hit on that.
Oh no.
He might get ganged up.
Ooh.
Nice.
And they're healed. Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stomp on it.
The giraffes are still up
Kill
there.
it.
Yes. Okay.
He doesn't have fear days.
Come on, get in there. Take
Goblin-
out the
goblins are
giraffe.
done. That's one
All right,
dead.
one giraffe down.
Yeah, that's it. It's done.
Old Dan. Ann needs help. Get in there.
All right.
Go. Madness. No. Not the land. Dan was supposed to go first. Come
You did the
on.
madness?
Get a side swipe.
Madness just decreases their defense, dude. You're close.
And
man.
it increases
When will you guys do more Prompto and Ignis videos?
Oh.
We have some planned. It's whenever we have time to record.
Right. The stream was kind of like a stand-in for, as kind of an apology of not having as many Prompto and Ignis skits. But we understand your concern.
We want to make more.
We understand your concern and disappointment on why there hasn't been more. Yes, King Crab.
But his condition.
But he's
so strong.
He was one of our favorites.
I know, but look at his condition.
Okay, yeah,
it's
up
terrible.
against the odds, it's not very good.
I'd say
This one?
Yeah.
But yeah, we understand.
He's got the second highest odds, which means he's in not great. But screw it. 1,000.
1,000, dude.
We're gonna. No.
Roxy, we understand your concern about why there haven't been
not 8,000.
more Prompto and Ignis skits.
Yeah.
Because we still love making them, and we're glad that you enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not done with them.
By no means.
By no means. We're not throwing in the towel. Okay.
Come on.
He looks like that thing from The Ritual.
He's Jotun.
Jotun? The bastard son of
Look,
Loki.
see, he already died.
Oh, that would have
been.
That would have been a bad move. Oh, yes. Oh, wait. I don't know what tenacity is. Strength?
Strength.
Okay.
No, that's defense.
Defense?
Yeah. No, wait, that's strength. That one's strength.
Okay. Resolve is...
You missed. Resolve. That gets rid of status ailments.
Okay. Fortitude is health.
Defense. No, that's...
Resolve is...
Just went...
Fortitude is health. Resolve must be defense. And madness is
increasing strength but decreasing defense. It increases your strength more. But yes.
Okay, Yuden won.
Jotun. Ooh, obelisks or antlers?
Well, he won. His condition's lower, but he just won us that last round. I'll put money into this.
What level is it? I'll put money into the antlers again. The Jotun.
Mm-hmm. We'll go a little less though, because I'm feeling.
We'll go 600.
600. Get in there, boy.
That's almost a 6-time payout. We want fortitude though.
Yeah, I'll be ready with it. Oh, they're stalking each other. Reaper King is having second thoughts.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness, he hurts. Oh goodness.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
He hurts. No, he ain't gonna live.
No, that's
it. Oh, lost 600.
Bet wrong on that one.
Goodbye, Jotun. How do you guys get those fights? I'm planning to finish 100% since 3 weeks ago. I just finished the main story and I want to do a lot of stuff. Oh, please. How do you guys get to these fights? This is an Altisha. Go to Altisha at any time. Oh, yes.
Dusk till dawn.
We Promptus and Igno over here.
Promptus and Igno.
All of the we bet.
You want to go all of it?
4,000.
4,000. All right. We always bet on these guys.
Yeah.
Promptus and Igno. Go get him.
But yes, this is in Altisha. You got to go through the gondola on the side that will bring you to another section of the town, and then there's another one. Go Promptus.
Ooh,
Come on, Igno.
He can take it.
Come on, Igno. Double tag. Yeah. Oh, they're not having it. He's not having it. That's right. Promptus.
Yes.
Igno. Yes. This is why you always bet on these two.
Always bet on Promptus and Igno.
They're the best. Look at that.
Oh,
look at
boy.
that.
We made out. Good on that.
Told you.
Sharper day.
But yeah, you take a gondola to one section that's far off to the north, and then there's another gondola that will bring you straight to this area. And it is all betting. It comes with various prizes. This will help you 100%.
Old Dan the Land.
Ooh, brass necks seems like they're the good ones. But I'm thinking the Saber Tusk Force. Only because there's 5 of them, but I want to say let's go with those.
Okay.
I would say those. We'll bet 3,000.
3K. All right. This is Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo.
Yep.
Go get them.
Mitesh Pandi, on YouTube. How you doing?
Doing
pretty
great.
good.
Change of scenery today. No Resident Evil. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, they were the Resident Evil.
Yes, they were here for both Resident Evil streams.
Already.
Yes. We'll go tenacity.
I'm worried about the Reaper King though.
Think so? Oh, he's going a little nuts.
Going ham.
We haven't lost any of them though.
One of them.
There goes one.
Kill the Reaper King. Kill the Reaper King.
There goes another.
Kill the Reaper King. Come on.
All right. Oh boy. They're gonna have to. Yes.
Yes.
Like we had any doubt. Like a pack of raptors.
That's why they were. They were the Raptors.
That's it.
11,000.
Exactly it.
All right. What a coincidence. I like to dress Ignis and Prompto like that too. Like you have them dressed now in the game. I mean, both like that at the same time. Yes. We had to earn, all right? We earned those.
I'm the biggest fanboy when it comes to Prompto's winter gear, so I always have him wear it no matter how hot it is.
Wait, the Mesmeniers? They're in bad condition.
Yeah.
They're level 10.
They're the same condition as Old Dan and Little Ann. And Jotun is...
Old Dan and Little Ann.
Old Dan, Little Ann?
Yep.
All right. Let's do 3K. We can suffer a bigger loss than that. 5K.
5. Solid fives. Solid fives. Adjust wager.
Johnny 5 is alive.
Solid fives.
Oh, you want all fives across the board?
Yeah, fives across the board. Yeah.
Here goes.
Wagers coming in.
Nothing.
Yes, we have them like that, especially Ignis, because
That's the one we fought.
that's the one we had to. Everyone fought for that one, because when you beat Episode Ignis when it first came out, resolve for defense.
Resolve the thing? Right.
Unless they take damage, which they're both taking damage. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh God. No, Dan. Dan.
Oh, that
was a
took us out.
That was a lot of chips we just lost.
It's okay. We have a lot of coins.
We still have a lot.
Don't let it get to you.
He is on our ass.
Okay.
Oh, those
yes.
conditions.
Goodness gracious.
Mesmeniers.
Yeah, these things will wipe the floor.
Yeah, they'll stomp them.
All right.
9. All the way.
All right.
Get.
All right. Get.
Do it.
Here we go.
Yes.
All right. Come on. Show some resolve. I don't know what to call these guys. Name them after horses? Seabiscuit?
Guys. There's one of the sabers done. Yeah. Just
We're splitting.
cleaning
We're
house.
splitting up the sabers.
Oh, there goes one. One of our guys is done.
It's all right.
Now we're healing. That's good.
Oh, there goes another one.
2 left.
What did you do? Oh God.
No.
Oh God. Oh, they're done.
They're done.
Mm.
That's a lot of.
That is.
I was for
that's so
sure.
much.
I was for sure. This is why you don't have me. You don't listen to me.
That one hurts.
We still got above maximum. We're okay. All we need is Prompto and Ignis again.
There they are.
There they are. That's what we do. All the way. All the way. All in.
We need come.
That's it.
come through
Come up
with
with a
us.
new recipe.
Come through for us.
Yeah, F. Emo Diva says F.
Pay F to pay respects.
That's it. This is the new recipe. Kill it. Kill it. What are you doing? Oh,
They're
God,
hurt.
They're hurt.
This is bad. This is bad. Okay, we got one. Come on, give me the prompt.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
I don't know. They're not
Those,
working.
just those damn drafts.
They're not working together.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice
nice.
dodge.
Nice.
We're so into this.
Okay, one giraffe down. And the dual horns down.
Yes.
Come on. Come on.
Come on,
Tag
Marshall,
team.
You had to say what's what.
Pincer attack. Yes!
That's it.
What's what?
You're so excited. What's what? Max, wait. That's how it's done.
Good lord.
So excited. It's the best. Could play this game forever.
They're back.
They're back. Ooh.
They're up against some big odds with these stingers, though.
Yeah.
The condition's low.
Hold on. I'm worried about. They could not affect that. The Reaper before. The other. They couldn't hit that. I thought. Or maybe no, that was the dual. Or maybe it was the saber tusk.
Yeah.
My bet. What are the horns?
I'd say go for the scorpions.
It's just that Promptus and Igno, like as they're dashing and moving, they just constantly hit.
Yeah. Why don't we stay true to Promptus and Igno?
We stay true. Stay true.
But looking at the odds, let's not bet too high.
Yeah, let's bet solid fives.
Solid.
Solid fives.
I would have said maybe 1,000 or 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 4, 3, 2.
5, 4, 3, 2. Okay.
Hey, I love you guys are so cool. I love how much you guys love Final Fantasy 15 as much as I do. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are true to our cause.
We're oozing love and passion.
Especially for this part, we were excited for this. Oh, he's coming! They're all coming.
They all know they know the winners.
Oh.
They gotta take out the winners. Okay. One of the dual horns is okay. One of the dual horns is done.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. There goes one scorpion.
There's two scorpions.
There goes 2 scorpions. There goes a
Dual
dual
horn.
horn. Dual horn's done. Oh God.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
they need,
goodness.
They need help. Yes.
I gotta wait for the horn.
I know.
Oh, he dodged it.
There it goes.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes.
We've done it.
Get the last one. Yes.
Yes, we should have bet.
No
more.
frickin' way.
Oh,
Gotta have more
always
faith in
bet
them.
on Promptus and Igno.
Yes.
Always.
Oh my God.
Let's see more of that sharpness.
So
Sharper day. Holy Lord.
are they back?
No.
Wait,
Oh, but the Raptor squad is.
Raptor squad. Wait, how many are there? Wait, how many are there? 2.
2. They're the same condition, same odds. I would go Raptor squad.
Let's go Raptor squad. Get. Fave character of Marshall and fave of Cameron. 15?
In terms of 15
Or in terms of Final Fantasy?
or in games in general? Because 15, in terms of 15, that's an easy question.
Is yours still Prompto or is it still Ignis? Let's be honest.
It's Prompto.
15? Yeah. And I would think it's pretty obvious. Yes. Although, I'm very, very partial to RNA. Oh yeah, this is done.
It's over.
Did you do all way? All in?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. There goes one. That was excellent.
Echo didn't make
So
it.
yeah, Prompto, Ignis.
Mhm.
And I really like RNA.
They just shower coins at them.
It's we got here at nighttime, by the way.
And it's morning. We've been awake for nearly 12 hours doing
Gambling is a dangerous thing, man.
There they are again. Oh my god.
Oh, they're hurt. Brass necks. Brass necks.
Brass necks?
They won the last time against everyone.
Okay.
So let's do solid fives.
Johnny 5 is alive.
Nice. Wanted to hear that. My faves are both to Ignis since I saw him and then suddenly Prompto. Are you sure that's not because of us? I'm pretty sure it's because of us. Let's be real here.
I mean, we're good, but we're not that good. Still good, but you know.
He's too humble.
Someone's got to be.
Usually I'm the humble one.
Yeah, someone's got to be.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Get out of here.
What are you doing?
Now's your chance.
Nice. More strength. Oh, I might need more defense. I like that.
Isn't that what I did? Resolve is defense.
That's strength.
And this is. Oh, he's gonna need a heal. Yeah, kill each other over there. Watch out for the. Oh, I thought that was us. It's gonna be us.
Oh!
I don't know about this one. Give me another. Hold. Oh, God, no.
That is it.
It was Prompto and Ignis again.
I know. It's
Okay,
a condition.
No more. We always bet on them. No more. I don't care how hurt they are. We bet on them.
So much for that.
Great trade.
That's our punishment. That's
That is our
that's our
punishment.
only one we get. King Crab.
King Crab always. Get. What's your favorite part of Final Fantasy 15? Good question. This goes to Roxy, who was watching us. Anybody else who was watching this who's gone through with it. It's just how slow he is. He just does so much damage when he sidesteps.
Yeah, it's there's no context. The Scorpion doesn't know what he's getting himself into.
How
It's
dare
done.
you. Oh, you're gonna need to heal it, yeah. Goodbye. What?
No.
What?
We died.
No! What is that? What is that? What is that?
It was over.
That was not it.
It was over. Rematch.
Well, I really got excited when I saw your videos of both. Apparently, it appeared to be on this crazy thing. Yeah. Oh no!
Bull
This
crap.
is such crap. He had his claw was going into it. Yeah. Get.
We need that. We need
Need
that
that
money
money
back.
back.
Good lord, what was that?
That was
That
garbage.
was- yeah. Bull crap.
We got stolen from. Glad Woody was still watching us too. He seems to be really into it. Oh, kill it. No! Kill it. Oh, yes!
It's just swarmed it like a swarm of bees.
Oh, he smiled for the camera.
All right, we got that. We got the money back.
We
got
got,
it back.
we got a half an hour left.
Half
least
an
I
hour.
do.
That's it.
Yeah, at least I do.
Okay.
I don't care if you keep going on to do it, because I'm probably gonna come back and get my PS4, but I have to leave in a half hour.
I'll say either
Hope I
one of
didn't
these
say
two.
Something wrong. Oh, you didn't say anything wrong.
Oh,
I don't know why you'd say that.
one of these two. I'd vote on the Sea Biscuits.
What were the other ones?
The Uten and the Sugar Puff. And the Brass Necks. What are these guys called?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Sure, man. The Tweedles? I'd
Tweedles?
say these guys.
I want us. This is tough. This one's tough. Part of me wants to go with the Jotun again. But let's wager, because this one's so little, let's just wager 1,000. It doesn't matter if we,
We'll do my birthday. Alright, here goes nothing.
Ritual Jotun. Look at it, he owns this place.
He doesn't seem he knows it. What was that?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, horrible.
Nice.
They're all after
Finish it. Finish it off. Urgh. Yes. Get that sweep. Nice. Trampled it.
He needs all that health he can get.
Oh god. Oh
Yeah,
god.
This might be it.
Goodness. Goodness.
Yep.
Do something.
Oh.
Ah. Got kicked in the butt.
You guys know why FF13 versus didn't release and it suddenly became 15? I don't really know. I didn't really follow it.
Too bad.
But I'm assuming because it was just in developmental purgatory and they were like, we already have 14 on the way. We already have 14
Johnny
on the
5
way. And
is
Oh,
alive.
yeah. we're doing 5?
5s across the board. On
Oh, we
Prompto
do
and
have
Ignis.
the, yeah. Let's do that, yeah. But we do bet on them.
yes, every time.
I'm pretty sure it's just
No
because of
point.
the development cycle and the fact that the Project Fabula Nova Crystales for 13 versus 13 and Type 0 were all like intertwining too much. And I feel like they made it 15 because 1, the development cycle, 2, because of that, and 3, because they were just like, we want less confusion for our fans.
Yeah, 13 was already just getting loaded with side stories and all this different lore. Like I feel like it had like run its course. Look at the winners. Both of them still standing.
But this is all speculation on my part. I'm pretty sure it's online that you can look up the exact reasons why. I specifically do not.
Me neither.
That is all speculation for me.
It's a close bet. I'd say Raptor Squad.
Raptor Squad. Solid 5s.
Johnny 5s.
It's a safe bet. Even if we lose.
I'd say so, yeah.
No,
Alright.
if Promptus and Ignis are there, we have to go all the way. We have to.
From now on.
From now on.
From now on.
I know, Greatest Showman didn't make it on this.
It should be an honorable mention.
It is. Oh, I'm already dead. This was, wow.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
What's what?
Come up with a new recipe. Dual horn shank.
This is prison now? Prison games?
Eat a horn. All of it.
Get.
No, there's no condition.
Get.
Yeah.
Get. Let's go fight.
Let's go fight.
Do it on board. Let's go fight. He's got a bone to pick with him.
Oh, I forgot they don't do much damage against the scorpion. Oh, no.
Give me.
Oh, you may have just saved his life.
Nice dodge, boy.
Oh.
Okay, it's just them.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, get in there. Go.
One more. One more. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's
Boys.
a good answer. Oh, and another question. I have seen gameplays that you can play as the other characters. Is it true? You guys know how, but not on their episode. Yes, you can do it. It is an update in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They updated it.
Back
to-
when all the episodes
now you have
were
now you have
released.
to unlock it. Okay, because I've seen like playing Noctis, but being Prompto or something. Yes, you have to unlock it in the Ascension grid. They are now special nodes further up in the Ascension grid where you level up. That you have to unlock and allows you to select the character to play as.
Johnny 5. And then yeah, they play they all have their different play styles from their episodes.
Yes.
But it only lasts as long as a fight. So once you exit a fight, then you get control of Noctis again.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you cannot play as Ignis or Prompto throughout you can't take control of them throughout the entire episode. But every time there's a fight, you can switch.
What?
It barely did anything to that Anik.
Oh, you're wasting your attack.
Oh god. Oh. What? That's so stupid.
Kill it.
Just slice in there. Doing it again.
Heal it. Yes.
I'm healing it.
On the main story, that's cool. I'll have to see how to do it then. It sounds cool. It is. It makes it makes fighting so much more entertaining.
Yeah.
Instead of just being Noctis all the time. He's still alive.
Good lord. It's a little odd since some of the
Oh, he got a critical on him or something.
some fights can get a little odd since when you play as a character in their specific episode, their encounters are built up to
Be for those characters.
yeah, it's designed for their type of play style. So in a play style that's built for Noctis, it's a little weird fighting as Prompto or Ignis, but
What is the first ones?
it's a big horse.
The horns.
And then old damn little
Crab.
King Crab,
Solid vibes.
solid fives. But I will say that when you're using Prompto, and if you can get an enemy vulnerable,
he's the best.
your quick shot attack is broken because it's 9999 damage for every quick shot, crack shot.
Crack shot. Yeah.
And when you fight birds or flying enemies, it's no contest when you play as Prompto.
I appear to control Ignis better and have been Noctis more than anyone. It's instinct. Ignis is just. I mean, you're not wrong. Did he?
What happened?
You!
It's just one hit and it was done. Was it that hurt?
Another F in the chat. Crab's not doing good.
Get in here, boys.
We need you back.
We need you guys. Show them how it's done, please.
If these guys lose,
Please.
that's too
Then
much.
I think we need to
reevaluate our
Really?
lives.
need to get our priorities
You need to
straight.
stop betting on the crab.
Crabs are meant for eating, not betting. Oh god, this is a good fight. It's Promptus and Igno versus the Raptor squad.
Ooh.
Who's going down? I can't tell. Okay, Promptus and Igno are still up. Yeah, okay. Alright, they're taking down the Raptor squad like it's nothing.
We are the superiors.
We're the alphas.
Okay, that one's dead. The dual horn. Oh. Yep, one of them died.
We lost one of them. Uh-oh.
This is bad.
Uh-oh.
This is bad.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was just one-on-one. Oh, no.
No! That shouldn't happen. You're terrible.
That's so much money.
Don't gamble, kids.
God.
We have 100,000.
We're still in the
now,
100,000s, though.
but we need more.
We need a win. Where's Hogarth?
Wait. Go to prizes. Go to prizes first. It's not turbocharger. Get it before you lose it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Back to it.
They're still not. They're full condition.
Back
Yes,
in here.
Back in it.
Redeem yourselves.
I know. She says no. Promptus and Igno, we need you. Oh yeah, they know what's up. They own this place and they know it. I'm worried about that horse though. Yeah, no chance.
Prompto and Ignis got those horses in the bag.
Promptus and Igno.
Is this a waste? They were barely hurt, but I guess a little health is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Nice dodge.
Igno's
Did you
taking,
see that?
Igno's taking some damage.
Just gotta
Oh,
wait
the
for
horse dead. Good. Biggest threat done.
that. Get in there, get in there.
Okay, good. Come on, come on.
Alright, that's another scorpion.
It's over.
There's the giraffe.
It's over. It's over.
Yes. Finish it off.
Yep.
Sharper day.
18 grand. More than that.
Woo!
Like 20 something, I think. Yeah, 25 grand.
Oh boy.
You're sharp today.
Sharper day.
Where's Hogarth?
No, I'm not betting on the.
Not betting on the damn.
But he's. No, I
No,
I
no,
can't.
can't.
I can't. We'll do Johnny Fives.
Johnny Five.
We learned our lesson from the crab. Don't let the crab win.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't know what to do with my life.
Don't do it.
All right, that one's name is Mjolnir. Just because I looked at the name and it looked like
Yeah.
Mjolnir.
He's already over.
Good lord. Oh god. Stop.
Oh,
Come on.
it's even.
Come on.
No, 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 no.
No, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
You don't know what to do with our lives. Stop betting on the crab. We followed your advice.
I feel like I should go home and rethink everything. But I can't.
Good God.
I have a problem.
Fix it.
All right, we're done. We got demons now. Okay. Old Dan, Little Ann, Sugar Puff.
No.
And I still, or Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
It's between.
Old Dan and Little Ann.
I'm saying brass necks.
Tweedledee.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
Tweedledees.
It's night again. We're down to the last 15 minutes, my guy. Let them take care of the demons.
Yeah, look, they don't even want to fight. They don't want to be here anymore.
Like, go away.
Just sideswiped.
Go away! Little imps. Oh, defense? Yeah, that's good. Good call.
I thought you said that one was strength. Which one's defense? The fist or the muscle?
You're on resolve, you're on defense.
Okay. Tenacity is strength.
Yeah, double smack. He missed? Oh, he killed it. Okay. Swack him with your heads. Yes. It's done.
Nock's the only one blowing on the horn. He's like, guys, my lips are sore. Can't do this anymore. Yes. Okay. Alright, we're starting to get more wins again.
Hogarth? Hogarth?
You better be.
I don't see Hogarth. There's a Ronin. Not the Ronin.
The Ronin. Why is the Ronin terrible all the time?
He should. Saber-touch first.
Raptor
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
Get
Eights. Let's do eights.
Eights?
Yeah. I feel safe with eight. Okay, so you guys have shown that you are big fans, so tell me, it's difficult because you are guys, but did none of you cry at the end of the game because of what happened in it? I didn't cry, but boy did I feel.
Yeah. Oh. We lost one. Nobody likes a sad ending. I don't care who you are. Everybody wants, especially when it comes to a fantasy game, and one where the Ronin hasn't even. I forgot he was here. Oh goodness.
Yes. Oh, you couldn't do it.
Especially when it comes to. Oh god.
Stay out of the fight, guys.
When it comes to a fantasy story where you play through the entire game relating to and loving the characters that you're with, and then just losing it all at the end, even though it's still a happy ending, like evil doesn't prevail, it still sucks because you lost the people that you care about.
Let's go for the new one.
Oh wait, you're Sugarpuff.
Let's go for the new one. Let's do sevens. Lucky number 7 for our newest hire.
The Bell Dam.
Yeah.
It's a Coraline thing.
Yeah. Sure.
Is that a bat? On its face? Looks like a bat.
Why are you so slow? Let's stay away from the foot. Oh, there she's trying to go back.
Ooh, yes! There goes the other mother.
She was not
That
fast
sucked.
enough. She had a good attack, but my God. Wow.
It looked really impressive. I thought we had it. Okay. Sugarpuff, Old Dan Land, or Mjolnir. Old Dan.
I'm feeling Sugarpuff.
Sugarpuff? We're gonna have to do all 5s on this one because I'm feeling queasy.
I cried as that scene. You guys are the best. Like, when at the epilogue when were around the campfire and they were all talking and then they all cried. That one is where it hit me.
For me, it was when they replayed Stand By Me, because you looked at that scene and with whole new eyes, and it was a very touching scene. He's taking no damage, none. There's some.
Yeah.
It's not over. He's hurt.
Oh boy. Come on,
Oh
come on.
God, come on. Get another hit. Come on. Get in there.
You can't leave.
Sugar.
Sugarpuff. Sugarpuff.
Oh my God. Oh yes.
Oh.
Got nervous on that one.
Told you. I felt it with Sugarpuff. Last few minutes.
Where's Hogarth? What have you done to him? I'd rather stay safe.
Yeah. I was gonna say them.
Let's go fight.
Let's go fight. There's a Stand By Me part 2. I cried a lot in that part. When they were pushing the car and so much pain. It re-emphasized of, oh yeah, by the way, you remember this in the beginning when you hated it because you thought it was stupid? Well, this is why.
Like, how do you feel about it now? Completely different.
Gourd.
Blindside. One-on-one.
Let's go fight.
Dude,
let's go fight.
fight.
Just let's go fight. Oh, let's go fight, man. Yeah. Woo, that was a big payout.
We're getting up there. Okay. Where's Hogarth?
Hogarth. There's no Hogarth. Not the crab.
You're gonna be named the Kraken. Because he's always cracking.
Bet on the Kraken. Yeah.
And the Kraken. The
The
Kraken.
Kraken. The Kraken showed up.
Here we go. Word to the Kraken.
The Kraken. Ooh, he's like,
Oh no, you didn't. Finish it off, please. You're gonna get blindsided.
Oh boy.
There goes one.
Come on.
Finally, you won.
Let's go fight.
Jeez.
We're just fueling our bad habits.
I mean, I'd rather do it here than in an actual casino.
Oh, I know. This makes
Roxy has
sense.
something to say.
Hope it doesn't bother that I am like asking questions while you guys are playing the part.
No.
I mean, it's cool knowing more about you two after watching videos of Ignis Prompto. No, we encourage asking questions.
Yes.
We love talking with our audience. And just as much
Sugar
as we
Puff.
love playing the game. Sugar Puff? Yeah.
Okay.
Get.
What we want more in our streams is more of us talking to you guys, more of us talking to the audience.
We like going on tangents ourselves about things we like and things we want to talk about as well, but we love talking more so with our audience than actually participating in the game so much. We still love the game, but we love talking to you guys. And we encourage you guys to keep talking. Ask your questions. We love it.
Yes, please.
We like hearing people's opinions of things.
Oh. One
Sugar
left.
Puff.
Finish it off.
Sugar Puff.
He's beating a dead horse. Now's your chance. You loser. Okay, never mind. I take that back.
He's like, you called me a loser?
I'll show you a loser.
Your mom was a loser.
Okay, we're almost there. Let's get 200. 200K.
Let's go 200. Go 200 in 5 minutes.
Look who's back?
All the ways, all the time. They take out their Saber Tusk Force like nothing.
Mhm.
Their condition's not
They're the
good,
alphas.
but that's okay. They know it's their condition.
That is
You guys
okay.
should do more talking then. So next question: favorite FF Marshall, favorite FF Cameron.
Favorite. My conversation will be a lot shorter.
Go.
My favorite Final Fantasy is 10, probably because it was the first. It was the first one I played, and I think for most people that holds a lot of weight. It's usually the first one you play. So I like the characters of 10 more than say 12. Or even they lost. Or even 9. Like I really do like 9, but 10 just speaks to me more. And I kind of like went all out with showing commitment to being a fan of 10.
Right.
Even if I don't broadcast it, you know? Jotun. Jarlbargrif.
So mine is still F. Mine is still 9. My 9 is my favorite. But I have
Diva's
I
gonna
have
spot
favorites.
that.
I have favorites in several categories. In terms of favorite game to play, it would be 12. In favorite, because I will always go back to 12. 15 is like just shy of 12.
Just because of how fun it is to play.
Yeah, just because of how fun it is.
Oh goodness. There's nothing I can do.
It's every time we bet on the crab, we lose. Every time we bet against it, we lose.
That crab hates
That
us.
crab
It loathes us.
It's our antithesis.
Unfortunately, it's daytime again, so
Yeah.
we missed our Hogarth fight.
But 10 being my first holds a special place in my heart. In terms of its originality and being the first one, that will be one of my favorites. Gameplay, it's 12, and story, it's 9. Overall, my absolute favorite is 9 because it has a good balance of all those characteristics. Story, characters, gameplay, all of that.
Like
And being like my second second Final Fantasy I've ever played.
I will say that my favorite Final Fantasy character comes from that, and that's Vivi.
I have a long story with FF2, but guess which one's my favorite? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's Type 0. No, it's gotta be 15.
I'd say. I'll bet differently.
I'll bet.
I'll say it's
I'm
7.
betting 9,999 full wager times 10. It's gonna be 15.
I'll say 7.
You're gonna say 7?
That's 7's a safe bet.
It is. 7 is usually a safe.
Oh, you guys are hurt.
Get in there.
Get in there
Get in
anyway.
I guess it's 15. I got 2 minutes. This will be the last one.
Okay.
Last one for me, at least.
Right.
You can keep it going if you so choose. I'll keep it here.
No, I'll end it. When we play 15, it's got to be a co-thing.
Do you want to keep wagering though? That's up to you.
No, I'll end it here.
Haven't I won? It's too obvious. Oh, that kill. Racking in.
Yeah, enjoy
One
it.
time.
Don't spend it all in one place. Don't bet it on a couple of monsters.
Oh, you know me. I'm terrible with my money.
In it.
12 forever the best. And Victoria says 12 is the best. 12 the zodiac age is. I will always
is it
go
over?
back to it. Always go back to it.
We won!
Yes! What? I did 200,000.
I didn't even know what was happening in there. I thought we lost.
Yes. You know that meme? Yes. Yes. Of what's his name?
M. Bison.
M. Bison. Yes.
Okay. Can we afford anything else?
We can get the enforcer. Wait. Oh, we can't get that yet. We still have a bunch of medals. So let's save our medals.
Okay.
Yeah, let's save our medals.
That's interesting coming from us.
I know. Save our medals because this is something we can always go back to. Unless you want to get the enforcer for Prompto.
I'm fine with him having Lionheart.
Right.
How powerful is Lionheart? 262.
262.
I think Enforcer was like 280 something.
But yeah, 12 is one I will always go back to, especially now that the Zodiac Age came out. We'll leave it at this. Thank you all for watching. We greatly enjoyed you guys talking and experiencing our bad habit of gambling.
It's like I said,
It's
it's
so fun.
better to be in a contained environment like this than actually wasting real money out in a casino somewhere.
Victoria Loomis also said, since when I have memory, I appear to have problems to ship guys. So 15's like the main one. That since others are mixed with boys and girls. A lot of people like to ship. It's a brotherhood. Like save on that one. It's a brotherhood.
The Choker Bros are just so
And
shippable.
Victoria says, I can't wait to see you guys in 14. I want to play 14. It's whenever we both get the time and the effort to do so when we're not streaming this. I specifically really want to play 14 in the worst way, but I can't yet. I literally can't. So with that being said, unfortunately we have to end it here, and it's a little bit short, but we got a lot accomplished.
Yeah.
A lot of hunts, a lot of gil, a lot of gambling.
This was fun, man. I was glad that we got to go back to this.
And we got to talk about movies.
Yes.
And we got
a
a
big
huge
long
audience
conversation
interaction.
about movies.
I have you on Discord. I can help you get set up. Yeah, when we get the chance, we will let you know. We promise.
Yeah.
Because I really want to play it. I don't
For
have
sure.
the time right now.
For sure.
I barely have the time for streaming, as you guys can tell.
Yeah, we're only able to stream one day of the week. Otherwise, we would be streaming more.
Right, I haven't
But
been playing any
this
other
one
games.
day is the only day that we got.
With that being said,
with that being said, next Monday we will be back. Hopefully, we will be back at this again.
I'll let you know
You
if
guys are
something
leaving
else.
now. Hope to find you guys soon.
We
so
can talk more. Really enjoyed your attention. We enjoyed your attention. Thank you for watching
Really,
us.
thank you. We'll both Cameron and I will be back next Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Maybe a little earlier, 11:30 or so. We'll be back around that time next Monday.
Playing 15 again.
I'm gonna stream again solo. I'm gonna go back to my Resident Evil 4 playthrough on Thursday. 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
I might be free Wednesday. If you're free Wednesday.
What time?
In the afternoon. So we could do Wednesday too.
All right, is that a sure thing?
I don't know yet. I will have to let you know.
Okay. Maybe a Wednesday then. Okay, how about this? There will be a stream next Wednesday. whether it's just me or whether it's me and Cameron, there will be a stream next Wednesday around
This Wednesday.
this Wednesday around noon.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll work.
So stick around. Stay tuned next Wednesday.
Only because I'm not doing D&D this Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So yeah, stick around next Wednesday. There will be another stream. So let's not delay any further. Thank you everybody for watching the Martial Artist stream. I'm Prompto. That's Ignis. And
that's our recipe.
what's what?
Yeah. What? Recipe. Bye.
Later.